Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Mekam
Double honors to the apostles, my elders of great millstone and rule well. And shalom to the sincere brethren. Acting on the across the forwards and four corners of the globe. Pushing the truth, good news, the gospel of Yahushai. Proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And proclaiming the downfall of Esau Edom, so-called white man, and his wicked empire. You understand? And we live in the end. We living in the end of Esau Edom's empire. Babylon the Great, the beast, later on the EU. You understand?
Right. Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And when you go into that word hand, it means power, man. So the power seat of the world, of the earth, is who? The so-called white man, Esau Edom. And everybody knows that. All these different nations knows that what? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is a top power on the earth, man. And that's according to biblical prophecy. Because why? He's a wicked. And the wicked is going to be ruled at the end of this age, man. You understand? Before the kingdom of Yahushai is established.
It says, he covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
And he covered the faces of the judges thereof. And who is the chief judge of the world? Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. He put him up as a so-called white man, Caesar Borgias. You understand? And he also covered the faces of the Israelites. Revelation 2 and 9. He committed what? Identity theft, man. He took on our heritage, man. You know what I mean? The Jews, man. Because we are the real Jews, man. The so-called blacks, the Hispanics and Native Americans. Native Americans, you the real Israelites, you the real Jews. According to biblical antiquity. You understand? But Esau Edom has stole our identity. You understand?
If not, where and who is he?
So if Esau Edom, the so-called white man and the devil, ain't the wicked force on the earth, then who is it then? Yeah. You understand? Yeah. It don't make no sense for it to be anybody else. Exactly. But Esau Edom, the so-called white man, because nobody has corrupted this world like he has, man. Pushing homosexuality, pushing idolatry, Satanism. You understand? But Isaiah 10 and 1, man, pushing everything that is contrary to the last statutes and commandments of the Most High, according to the Bible. You understand?
That's right, brother. And furthermore, when you look at Shalom, brother, when you look at the power, the power structure on the earth, the main governments, you know what I'm saying? Who runs those governments? Who runs American government? Who runs the British government? Who runs the French government? Who runs the German government? Who runs the Australian government? Hell, even in Africa, all right? It's all pointing to the so-called white man. Who runs the Spanish government? You gotta look at those things. These are so-called white people. It doesn't make no sense if it's anybody else on this earth. These damn so-called white people running the world. They run the world. Henceforth, they're the wicked. You see? And hence the prophecy of the 7 heads and the 10 horns. Okay? I just got one quick one, brother. Job 20, verse 4 and 5. Knowest thou? Oh, so like it. Job 20 and 4 and 5. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? And who is this talking about? The Edomites, man. All right, because according to the Most High's time frame, their rulership has been short, but nonetheless, it's been the longest on this earth, man. All right, and the Lord is going to take them out of power, man, real soon. You got it, bro.
Yeah. Real quick, this is the first book of Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. It says, remember I start 47. No, 46. It said, wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Maspha over against Jerusalem, and Maspha was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. They fasted that day and put on sackcloth, and cast ashes upon their heads, and rent their clothes, and laid open the book wherein the heathen sought to paint the likeness of their images.
We said this went back covering the face of the judges thereof. So the heathens, the Greeks, which is the Edomites, you know, like different heathens, you always sought to profess yourselves to be Israelites, man. You got the Samaritan woman, you know what I mean? You got those Cushites, you know what I mean? And those different nations that try to profess and take on the customs of being a Hebrew Israelite, man.
Yeah.
I mean, try to join themselves onto the nation of Israel, man. But hey, the scriptures say otherwise, man. The scriptures say that the Most High is only for what? Israelites. No other nation, no other family. Only the Israelites have the Most High known. You understand?
Yeah. And I'm gonna jump to a chapter before that. Chapter 2, and the point is in verse 48. So let me read up at 45. It says, the Mattathias and his friends went round about and pulled down the altars, and what children soever they found within the coast of Israel uncircumcised, those they circumcised valiantly. They pursued after the proud men, and the work prospered in their hand. So they recovered the law out of the hand of the Gentiles and out of the hand of the kings. Neither suffered they the sinner to triumph. You know, so what you saw there, the Greeks, like I said, they took the book. They took it where they sought to do over the images and change it up, just like how you saw it did today. Like the brothers getting into Job 9 and 24. Showing you that these are the same people come back from the back. Who else did that? What other nation under heaven took our book and tried to paint their images and their likeness in the Torah or whatever? Right. You know what I'm saying? Well, who did that? The so-called white man. All right. Proof is you got the so-called white image of the so-called Jesus Christ. You know? And why did they do that? That shows you that anytime a nation paint their image over a people, they conquer them. They try to do it then, and they did it then. That's a sign of conquering a nation,
Right.
you know, wiping them away. Right? That was the plan. You read Job already, right? Job 20?
Yep.
Alright, so let's go to. See, I got you, bro. This is the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 7 or 6. It says, is not this thy, excuse me, let me start at 7. It says, remember I pray thee, whoever perished, being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off?
Can't say, ain't nobody perished being innocent. You know what I mean? That's the judgment of the Lord, man. That's not if a little kid died. That's not it's because what? He might have did something in his past life. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, that was his judgment, and he was not innocent. He transgressed in some form of fashion, whether in the past life, whether he transgressed in the past life or this life. So nobody has perished being innocent. All is worthy of death. You understand? But it's through the mercy of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that hey, we standing there, man, because every man is worthy of death.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yep. This is verse 8. It says, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same.
Not so those that plow iniquity sin, reap the same. That's the 2/3, man. You understand? And we all know about Esau. Esau is the wicked himself. But 2/3 of Israelites, man. That's why you gang bang jakes, you drug dealing jakes, day in and day out, man. You're gonna put to death in the hood. Because what? You plow iniquity, so you reap the sin, man. You understand? You're getting blown away in the hood. You're getting blown away, killing each other, cops killing you. You know what I mean? You're serving life sentences. Hey, you plow iniquity. You're gonna reap the sin, man. You understand? You reap what you sow. You understand?
Yeah, I got something, bro. This is Psalm chapter 73. Man, let me start at 5. Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men.
That's talking about the Edomites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why these Edomites do crimes. You know what I mean? And they get a slap on the wrist. They get very light sentences. You understand? They get very light sentences. Man. That's why the cops are shooting on the jakes. They get off, or they get a very light sentence. You understand? Because they're not. This is their world.
Get paid leave.
Paid leave. You understand? Because this is their world.
Right.
You know? But if you kill an Edomite man, oh, you finish this. You understand?
Right. They're not plagued as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasses them about as a change.
No, that's why Edom is so proud, man.
Yeah.
Because they're in a rulership, top echelon position. And they don't see nobody taking them out, man. These Edomites know they're the top people on the top, people who are power on the planet. You understand? That's why they move the way they move. That's why they think the way they think. That's why they think that they're better than you Israelites. You understand? Because you're in the lowest estate, man, and they're in the highest estate on the total pole in this world. You understand?
Violence covereth them as a garment.
Not violence, man. They're the most violent people, man. That's why they invaded every country. You know what I mean? They invaded the Middle East, Afghanistan, and they're looking to invade many more, man. Last week in Iran.
And that's how do you think they got the rulership that they got? They did it by violence. They got the main continents of the world because of violence. You see? What do they call it? Colonialism, yeah? You see? That's how they got their rulership, their power. They got it by violence. But what way? What manner of violence? They were blessed, according to the prophecy in Genesis 25, with the sword. And the sword is a killing instrument. It's not a peaceful instrument. Yeah, okay? So this is how the so-called white man, the Edomite, has gotten the power in the earth by violence. And that's how he's going to go out. You reap what you sow.
And that's how we continue to get what he got.
That's right, bro.
You understand? The different oil and mineral resources.
Exactly.
He invade countries and, hey, put the gun to the head and they take that shit. You know what I mean?
Yep. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
God, these elites.
Yep.
They're trillionaires, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? 100 trillionaires, man, but they still want more and more and more, man. They still want to chip the people, man. You know what I mean? They still want to do these things, man. Why? Because they're seeking to be the most time, man. They're unrelentless, man. You understand?
They are corrupt.
They are corrupt, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And speak wickedly concerning oppression.
God, so they speak wickedly concerning oppression. You understand?
Oh,
they want to make Jake think that their state is just all like an illusion. They're trying to say like you can do it too.
Yeah.
You understand? It's about class, not about race. Yes, about class, but it's also about race too, man, because there's a class and race go hand in hand, because there's a glass ceiling that you Jake's to reach, man. Ain't no Jake's gonna achieve the wealth of the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, these different elite families, man. It's impossible, man. The richest Jake is like Michael Jordan or something, and he's only worth with like 3-4 billion. Man. You have these regular Edomites like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, they were like 200 billion. You understand? Not to speak about the Rothschilds, the elite families who were trillions of dollars. Ain't no Jakes that could achieve that status, man. You understand? But the so-called white man is still evenly concerning oppression.
Right. And to add on to what you're saying, brother, another form is that capitalist mindset. To be a capitalist, you know what I'm saying? All right, to screw over the people and get the main profit. You know, you don't profit off of your work, they profit off of it. You understand? They get taxes from your work. And then you gotta pay back the taxes that they took from you. And then they say, hey, this is the American way. You know what I'm saying?
In certain states are saying that that people that was collecting unemployment had to pay that back.
Yeah, right, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
That's speaking wickedly concerning oppression. Like, look, this is the way it's going. This is the way it's supposed to be. Dog eat dog. You know what I'm saying? You know, all of that shit. Watch The Wolf of Wall Street. That's pretty much speaking wickedly concerning oppression, because the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. That's the way it goes here in this goddamn Babylon the Great. All right, and they don't teach against it. They're like, look, I think there's certain movies out there where the dudes, Edomite straight up saying, look, greed is good. Greed is good. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is real. Yeah, brother, this that's the capitalist mindset. This stuff is real, man. So when the scriptures say that, it's the truth. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
I don't say they set their mouth against the heavens. They speak all type of madness concerning the Most High, pushing the Big Bang Theory, evolution, you know what I mean? Scientology, you know what I mean? They Isaiah 10:1, man, they decree all type of unrighteous decrees, man. You know what I mean? All type of mad science, man.
Right. The earth is flat.
The earth is flat. You know what I mean? The Bible is a fairy tale. All of this madness, Esau either push forth. You know what I mean?
Therefore, his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. Ooh, that's heavy right there. What does that make you think of? Right? That's right, brother. Get it. You see? It said, therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. We'll read the waters of a full cup.
Psalm 75, verse 8. For in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red.
What is this cup? This cup represents slavery, retribution, payback, recompense. That's the cup. Everything that's been done on this earth, it has a ending point. All right. You are here to fulfill the height of your wickedness, and then once it's filled, you're gonna have to reap what you sow, man. Okay? The slavery of our people, the oppression of our people, the destruction of our people. All right. There's a recompense for it unto you so-called white people, you Edomites, man. So that cup is gonna be full. It's gonna be with red wine. All right. Yahweh is coming from the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right?
It is full of mixture, and he pours out of the same, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
Hey, going back to Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Job 24:5, the triumphing of the wicked is short. These things are prophesied for your downfall because of what you have been doing on the earth, blaspheming, all right, doing all kinds of wicked, heinous things on this earth. It has a cutoff point, man. It has a cutoff point. This thing is coming into a head. We're seeing these things play out as we speak. All kinds of things are going on in the earth, showing that you are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Showing that you are the devil. You are not to be trusted. From your past that you tried to cover up, but it's being manifest and brought to the light. You see what I'm saying? You're showing that you're the devil. You saying? You know what I'm saying? This Edomite is showing that he's the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Look, you firing people from their livelihood. You said pretty much, and this came out of the Edomite's mouth. He's saying we're pretty much at a point like never before in this world. He said pretty much now it's to a point where if you don't get this jab, you can't feed your family. You see what I'm saying?
The boosters, like, you're not taking
yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you don't comply with what's going on with this so-called white man says with the AMA, which is the American Medical Association, which was overran by a certain elite banker that we're not going to talk about. You should do your research. Okay? This thing has been taken over for a good amount of time, man. All right, the pharmaceutical industries. You see? Read that again.
Psalm 75, verse 8. It says, for in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he pours out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
You're going to wring them out and drink them, man. It's coming to a head. Did you eat something now? No? All right, this thing is coming to a head, man. These things are being played out on the earth, showing us, all right, what the scriptures say is the truth, man. You got it, Amor.
Yeah, this is on Daniel 12:1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book.
That's the time of Jacob's trouble, man. You know what I mean? That's the time that we approaching. That's the time that we in the midst of, man. The times of Jacob's trouble, man.
Can I say something real quick? Yeah, I was listening to Veritas this week up in the chat, and just going into the DARPA project and going into Esau's super soldiers. They actually have what they're doing is information I got. They're actually hardening their skin and their skeleton. Their skeleton. So these men, these Edomites, man, okay, are going to come with great wrath upon these so-called black Spanish Americans, man. It's really the left-hand side of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. But when I listened to the whole thing of what this devil's trying to do, it gave me more faith and understand that the Lord's going to give his men spiritual power, man. Because what they have on the left-hand side, all right, is going to have to match up or something higher than that, more powerful than that. It's going to have to come after these devils. And then information I got was going on with Afghanistan. The reason why they left all those tanks and airplanes because they got they got higher technology than that they're gonna bring out, man. Yeah, so that's what the information I got. And then there's something called Orca, which they have I think it's like $95 million, which this devil is trying to is taking the CO2 out of the earth. So what happens if you take CO2 out of the earth?
You suffocate.
You kill the trees.
Yeah.
If you kill the trees, there's no life. So this devil, remember the Lord said he's going to destroy the earth. This devil has to be put out, bro.
Yeah, they were saying, I think that same thing you talking about, they were saying how it's going to affect the food supply, like the chicken and all that stuff.
Yep.
You know? Hey, see the Most High is picking apart this kingdom at every single angle, bro. Every single angle possible, he's picking this place apart, man. He's just up there in the heavens, just, you know, with a smile with that, you know, grin on his face, like, yeah, this is time, baby.
Yeah,
you know, the angels is out here doing it, man. You know, so hey, brothers, we in some real beautiful times, man. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna read on to This is Psalm 73 and 11. I'll start at 10 again. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out unto them. And they say, how doth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say I speak thus, behold, I should offend against the against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High. Then understood I their end. All right. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. Let's get that in Jeremiah 17 and I think it's 17.
Real quick. This is Proverbs 29 and 16 that says, when the wicked are multiplied.
When the wicked are multiplied, go ahead.
Transgression increases.
Transgression increases.
But
this is why you're seeing the things that you're seeing. This is why we're seeing the state of the world where it's at right now. Why? Because transgression has increased in the earth. The scriptures say, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right previousness which they have prescribed. Okay? All right, the scriptures also say, woe unto them that defile the earth. The earth is inhabited, is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. You see that? So this is because of the transgression of Edom, which we can get in the book of Amos as well. You see, because the Lord speaks about the transgressions of Edom. Okay? All right? So this is why these things are happening, man. This world is out of whack. This devil got to be destroyed. He's got to go into slavery from all of the things that he's been doing. Go ahead.
It says, but the righteous shall see their fall.
The righteous shall see their fall. The righteous shall see their fall. Matter of fact, I think it's in Psalm 58, bro. We get that from me real quick. I think it's 58:11, where it says, the righteous shall dance in the blood. Yeah, brother. That's a super heavy scripture.
This is Psalms 58 and 10. It says, the righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the vengeance.
The righteous shall rejoice when he seeth the what? Vengeance. The vengeance on who? The wicked, the Edomites, the other nations, and even 2/3 of our people that are forwarding this degenerate, all right, this degenerate, ridiculous behavior in the earth. Okay? We're going to rejoice, man. All right? We're going to rejoice, thus saith Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. We're not going to be down and out. All right? We're not going to be full with sorrow and contempt. Right. We're going to rejoice in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai when we see the vengeance, man, upon our enemies, man. These are the times that we are living in, man. Go ahead.
It says, he shall wash his feet in the blood of the wicked.
Wash our feet in the blood of the wicked, man. Wash our feet in the blood of the wicked. All right? That's us having the upper hand. Here it is. We're at the bottom, man. We're at the bottom. All right? We got to endure it until the end. And Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh is going to lift us up. He's going to take us from the bottom and lift us up on high, on the top. He's going to turn the things right side up. Come on, brother. You know what I'm saying? He gonna turn things right side up. You know what I'm saying, bro? This is not forever.
Definitely not.
This is not forever. Look at where the world is going, man. This world is going to shit in a handbasket. And the Lord's gonna burn it up, man. Okay.
It says, so that a man shall say, verily, there is a reward for the righteous. Verily, he is a power that judges in the earth.
You see that? See that? That's how beautiful Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is, man. Alright? This is how beautiful the Lord is, man. Okay? What you got, brother? Okay, bring it out.
God, this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
That's right, brother. That's what we doing out here. That's why we come in and week out. All right, throughout the week, you see brothers constantly flooding with these scriptures. All right, with this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has given unto us, man. All right, constantly, man, because we putting on the whole armor, man. You're gonna need the armor of the Most High, man, in these days. All right, you're gonna need it. All right, because the flesh is not gonna win. Carnality is not gonna win. Carnality is through. Carnality is done, man. Okay? You're going to need to be spiritual. You know what I'm saying? You're going to need to be covered by the Spirit of the Lord, man. So we're putting on the whole armor of the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right?
God, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Yeah, man, this thing ain't between flesh and blood, man. This ain't a physical MMA battle, man. Okay? It's not a physical toe-to-toe, all right, hand-to-hand combat battle, man. It's a spiritual one, you know? Yeah. It's a spiritual one, and just like our forefather Jacob, we gonna prevail, and we gonna ask for the blessing, man. You know what I'm saying? You remember that? Remember what Jacob did?
Oh yeah.
The angel, the rest of the angel, and then he didn't just give up, although he had an injury that could have took him out. You know what I'm saying? He was so fervent in his spirit. He was like, look, man, I ain't letting you go, even though I'm fucked up too. I ain't letting you go till like you give me a blessing, man. Right. So that's how how we gonna be, man. Y'all about to drop it down, bro. You know what I mean? That's how we gonna be. That's how we gonna be, man. You gotta be like our forefather Jacob, bro. He said, like, I ain't letting you go till you give me a blessing, man. Yeah, bro. Yep. See that? Go ahead, bro.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yeah, man, this is a battle, man. Hey, get that in the pocket for it says this is the condition of the battle, right?
I got something real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
Pocket for this, Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. Ecclesiastes, it says, strive for the truth unto death,
right,
and the Lord shall fight you.
You got that, bro.
Yep, going back to what you made me think of that scripture when you mentioned Jacob wrestling the angel. He fought for he fought unto death. If it was to go that far.
Go that far.
You know what I'm saying? But he was, like you said, he wasn't letting go until he got that blessing.
Right.
So strive for truth unto his death, and the Lord shall fight for you. And this time, what's that blessing? Yahweh shall come back to beat you up,
right,
lift you up in the chariots.
That's right, bro.
To be able to overcome Jacob's trouble. Hey, like I was reading the Acts of the apostles, earlier. You had the apostles getting busted out of prison by angels. Who's to say that can't happen?
That's right, brother.
You saw put you in the conscience for Revelation 2 and 10.
That's right.
For 10 days, which could be any amount of time. Next thing you know, because we in a time when Michael got to stand up, right?
Yeah, that's right,
so if they did it back then, when it wasn't time for Michael to stand up, how much more now? Angels gonna come and just straight rip that gate out, kill the prison guard, and probably let him go and make him go warn the rest of the guards. Whatever, anyhow, man. But miracles are gonna happen, bro. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you, man. You know?
That's right. That's right. All right. Just like, look, the Spirit want to harp on that. All right. Just like our forefather Jacob, man. Our forefather Jacob, man, he wrestled with an angel from day. What did it say? I forget exactly how it went, man.
From it was some data, like From
sundown.
dusk to dawn or something? I'll tell you
Yeah,
right
something
now.
like let's get that real quick. You know what I'm saying? That was a heavy ordeal, man. That was a heavy ordeal.
It says,
You know? I forget how it said it. I don't want to butcher it. That's how we gotta be, man. Alright, because what are we not coming into Jacob's trouble? We are the sons of Jacob, right? So we gonna have to fight for our blessing, bro. We gotta fight for our blessings, bro. We gotta fight for our blessings,
It's
bro.
the same thing going back again because we running from Esau, bro.
Right.
yeah, pretty much, yeah, from dusk to dawn, because it says
Dusk to dawn.
Genesis 32 and 24. That's how it says exactly. It says, and Jacob was left alone, and there rested the men with him until the breaking of the day.
Until the breaking of the day. Right. That's right.
Until
That's
the
right.
sun
That's right. Hey, man. Hey, look. Through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Shai, he's bringing it out. All right? We got to fight for our blessing, bro. All right? What? Fight what? The good fight of faith. That's what we got to fight. We ain't got to do nothing physical. All right? We got to get down for our crowns, bro. That's what Yahweh Shem Shai requires of us, man. All right? Because what did the Lord say? He said what? I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. You see, 2/3 of Jacob are going to be consumed. They're going to be consumed, man. All right? They're already consumed, but they're going to be physically consumed with that fire. But the elect, Lord willing, we are part of the elect. We're not going to be consumed. You see? We got to have this mindset. Okay? Come on.
Second Ezra chapter 7, verse 57. Then answered he me and said, this is a condition of the battle
This is the condition of the battle. What?
which man that is born upon the earth shall fight.
Yeah, man. Go to Job 14:1 if you don't understand what that means. It says, man that is born of a woman is full of trouble for a few days and full of trouble, man. We have been a few days and full of trouble in this damn flesh. You see? But the water be the Yahweh Shem Shai, he has put the breath back in us. You see? He has given us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding again. He's given us his name again. Okay? So we are to what? We are to fight that good fight of faith. All right? Until the end. Okay? Go ahead.
That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say.
And if he get the victory, he shall receive of the same. And that's what we got through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. The Lord got the victory. All right, Yahweh Shai said, "Well, be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." All right, right. So we got the victory in the spirit. We just gotta endure and play out our lots and our right that the Lord has given us unto the end. Just like our forefather Jacob. Okay? You got something about this? Yeah.
This Isaiah 62 verse 6 points in 7. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
Right.
Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence,
Right.
and give him no rest till he establish, until he maketh Jerusalem a praise in the earth. And that's when we're gonna stop, right? That's when our job is
Right.
complete.
Right.
Until then, we got to keep pushing,
Wow.
right? We got to keep enduring, like you're going into, until the Lord returns, man. That's when we know our job's finished. You see?
Right. Hey, man, just like our forefather Jacob, man, we got to fight for that blessing. You know? Yeah.
Hebrews 11 verse 16. But now they desire a better country, that is in heaven. Wherefore Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is not ashamed to be called their power, for he hath prepared for them a city.
That's right, bro. You got that, bro.
Right, and what is that city that the Lord Yahweh through his son Yahushai has prepared for the elect? The kingdom, which will be established upon the earth. And also you'll have all the planets that the Lord will bless his elect with to inherit as joint heirs with Yahushua HaMashiach. That's why the Lord said here in Hebrews 13 verse 14, got that. It says, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. So here we have no continuing city. Why? Because this is not our rest. America, Babylon the Great is the land of our captivity. It's not the land where we're going to have a continuing city. Because it's polluted. That's why the Lord says to rise spiritually and depart from this is not your rest. So it says for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. What is that city that we seek to come to heaven? Kingdom.
This is Daniel 2 and 44. It says, and in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom, which shall never be destroyed. And that's what? That's the kingdom of what? Jacob, Israel. When Yahweh Shai's going to rule, man. Okay? Everything's going to be put the way it's supposed to be. Okay? Because this devil's destroying everything. Why do you think this devil destroyed everything? Because he wants his blessing. He's trying to terraform the earth to the way he wants it to be. You feel what I'm saying? It's all about that blessing. That says, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. Why? Because Jacob, we can be ruling the world, man. The Lord says, ask of thee and I give the heathens for thy inheritance. So we're going to own all these people in the world, man. All these heathens, okay? It's not going to be ran by no Moabites. Moab don't got it next. Ammon don't have it next. Okay? Another Edomite race doesn't have it next. But Jacob has it next, man. You're seeing the Lord, okay, setting up the house of David right before these devil's eyes, man. That's why we have Psalms 23 when it says, he anointed our head with oil in front of our, he set up a table in front of our enemies, okay, in the valley of the shadow of death. Well, we in the valley of the shadow of death, man. We're in America, which means bitter, you know? It says, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Yeah, and that's that rock which is Yahweh Shai. That's gonna break up all these kingdoms, man. Because they don't know how to rule the way we're supposed to rule, man. Because why? They don't have the laws, statutes, and commandments inside them. Okay, they have what? Pure wickedness in them, man. So the Lord's gonna wipe these people out and put them where they're rightfully supposed to be. Where? In the dust, at the bottom, in holes.
Yeah, so this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Because iniquities abounding. This world is wicked, bro. This world is beyond wicked, man. Yeah. All right, it's at a point of no return. The only way to purge this wickedness is by ICD and fire, by thermonuclear destruction to totally wipe America from off the face of the earth. All right, that the only thing that's gonna be left of it is a memory, a vague memory, man. You know what I'm saying? So because iniquity is abounding, the love of many is gonna wax cold. Here it is. See, the Lord is judging this place by that we brought it out. Whatever man sowed, that shall he reap. This place sowing wickedness, so it's gonna reap wickedness. Right. All right. Because of that, the love of many people are gonna wax cold. All right. It goes all into that. 2nd Ezra 16th chapter. All right, and 15. 2nd Ezra 16 talking about the storehouse is gonna be empty. All right, ain't gonna be no food. They're already talking about shortages in the UK. All right, shortages on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of times when you order something, you check the tracking. It's always coming from Cali. Always coming from Cali for the most part, because Cali gets direct imports from China. You know, so when them shortages really start sweeping through, it's gonna make its way from like what do you call it, west to east, covering the whole United States of America, man. All right, but it says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Endure what? Hardness is a good soldier in Yahweh Shai. Meaning you preach the word and stood stiffly to the very end. All right, it says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Now this is happening now. All right, it started roughly 2,000 years ago, but it really took place now, because the scriptures talk about the ends of the world, which is talking about this, at that time, the unknown part of the world, which would be the Western Hemisphere. All right, so this truth had to go out throughout the four corners, north, south, east, and west. Why? Because that's where Israelites would have been scattered. Like the scriptures tell you that that's how the Lord is going to deliver his elect from the four winds of the earth, man. You know, so we know we at that time. You know, it is the devil telling you can't feed your family unless you comply. That should be a red flag. A major red flag, man. You know? And these people, that's why these people get caught off guard, man. Because they hearing the shit that this devil is talking, but it's going right over their head. Right over their head. You know, that was it.
Told in hot water.
Oh, yeah, like a told in hot water. Gradualism. Start off nice and cool, you know, all nice, yeah, this is nice, I like this. And then eventually start turning up the heat one by one. You know, just like sometimes brothers take cold showers, you start out warm, and then you start getting cooler gradually. You know, or you go in cold and you start warming up, vice versa. So gradualism is what got these people rocked to sleep. Yeah,
This is from the Newsweek.com. It says, Bill de Blasio warns New York City teachers they will be removed from payroll and remain unjabbinated.
Yeah, beautiful, man. All right, beautiful, man, because these are some of the major prophecies that got to come to pass, man. All right, which this is all tying into what? The MOTB.
Yeah.
This is all tying into the MOTB. So the whole, everything, so they willing to shut down the whole entire economy. I'm not talking about just a government shutdown or just, I mean literally stop the workforce and how things function. Bus drivers, subways, whatever. They're really at the point of shutting down everything in order to push this jump shot. That should tell you that there's a problem, man. That should tell you that's a major red flag. Now, you know, that whole, you know, come Monday is when they're gonna make that decision. Like they going back and forth with the courts and all that, but the court squashed it the first time, they're gonna squash it this time. And they're already sending out emails to my demon, get those emails saying that they got they looking for substitute teachers. You know, and these are teachers that don't have shit. They just fresh out of high school. I'm talking about the substitutes, para assistants and shit like that. They just fresh out of high school. They got like a little degree. So these are the people that's gonna replace those that got the masters and shit. Show you that the educational system is bullshit, bro. It's bullshit. If you really think about it, so wait a minute, all these teachers that have been teaching for 30 years, right? 30, 25 years and all that are gonna get replaced by a substitute fucking teacher? Show you that the educational system is a goddamn joke, bro. And he's supposed to be the future of America, right? These kids in these schools. This place is out of here. It's done. It's finished. Finito, through. Somebody get 1 Thessalonians 5. Yeah, nah. You got it? Yeah, nah.
It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 2, verse 11.
That's right.
Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Right, so at least Satan should get an advantage over us. We're not ignorant of his devices. Ignorant means to not know. His devices is what? The things that he conjures up. All right, his craftiness. Okay, his NWO. Now, people are ignorant of Satan's devices, so that's why they believe that this is a damn virus. There was a lady sitting over here, a Latin lady from the Latin tribe, with a mask on, and every potato chip, she pulled out her mask, eat the chip, and put it back up. I'm dead ass, bro. Like, she was so bugged out. Like, she picking up one chip at a time. I mean, if you're gonna do all that, at least get a good handful, and you know, so you're good for a good. But every single chip, she put in. And that's the spirit. She was eating a chip. She gonna get the chip, man. With that kind of mentality, you gonna get the chip. Because they got deceived by Esau's devices, man. They really believe there's a pandemic. They really believe in wearing the masks. I mean, you know she got the crack scene. You know? So yeah, man. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, huh? Oh yeah, all these people are ready, man. Yeah, bro.
I got the word for the device real quick.
Yeah.
It's G3540, which means device, mind, thought. Mind, thought, device. So what's going on in their mind? What's in their mind? Their mind is what Aaron Russo said. They want to chip everybody, man. That's it. They want everybody to be serfs. Indoor.
Yeah, they imagine that wickedness when they're on their bed, man. This is the thing that's in the making, bro. This thing ain't. Oh, this ain't just random. This ain't no coincidence. This is a whole agenda going down, bro, and this is about to come down to the wire, man. When these people start losing their damn jobs, we gonna see how it play out, you know, because a lot of people are walking away.
And that's gonna help crash the market.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, big time. Don't be surprised the market if there ain't a major market crash by the end of this year. You know, December, nobody gonna be buying shit for holidays. Ain't gonna be enough. It may not be enough food for so-called Thanksgiving.
Right.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, bro. You mentioned trucking industry earlier. That's also going to be majorly affected because a lot of those truckers work for themselves. You know, so if truckers aren't willing to work because they're being forced to take that job, then what's going to happen is that the already existing supply is going to implode. Not only that, but there's been something called shrinkflation, which is basically an appreciation in the cost for goods, but a depreciation in the quantity. So people are buying more for less.
Yeah.
Not only that, but they also got to face inflation, which right now the levels of inflation is about roughly 6%, which is levels near 2008 or greater than that. So what's going to come after that? Hyperinflation. A bag of bread is going to cost $500, $1,000. A bottle of milk is going to cost what? $1,000, $2,000. Because everything is going to implode. Everything's going to be like a chain reaction, one after the next. Boom, 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 boom. Why is all this going up? And then Costco recently said, you're going to have to cut the buying of certain supplies like toilet paper and all that, because they're seeing that people are now getting back in that spirit of hoarding.
Yeah.
God himself brought it up.
Right. And then also too, restaurant owners are doing the same thing, because a lot of restaurant owners got a glimpse of what happened last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of these restaurant owners, they couldn't even them. They were limited to what they could purchase.
Yep.
Wherever they do their major food shopping things and shit of that nature, man. They were limited. And all that's coming back. And this time it's going to be, the squeeze is going to be even tighter, because they're going to limit it, and then they're going to limit it to who can come in and buy it. Those are going to be the jabbed up people that can come in and buy it.
Exactly.
So it's going to be chaos. That's the recipe for disaster. You tell me somebody going to go out, a nigga going to be out there in the parking lot of, damn, I can't go in. Hell no, it's gonna be stick and move, man.
Yep.
Niggas gonna jack your shit, man.
Yep.
So niggas gonna have to be strapped to go to the supermarket, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, it's gonna be ill out here, bro.
And that's perfect excuse or reason to
Right, that's right, bro.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, because China, they've also declared that Bitcoin transaction, any cryptocurrency transaction, is illegal now, because the majority of what is being used right now is decentralized, meaning that it's not overseen by a central authority, like the Chinese yuan, which is a new form of China's digital currency that is overseen by a central bank. Bitcoin is a decentralized form of currency because it's not overseen by a main entity. Everything is anonymous. So now they're saying, you know what, we're going to cut all that off. So as we were speaking about, going in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, bringing out some information, China has recently announced that all cryptocurrency transactions are now legal, because the majority of cryptocurrency transactions that have been ongoing were anonymous, because currencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, so on and so forth were not centralized, which they're basically pushing towards a centralized form of digital currency. Okay, that's going to be under a centralized blockchain, centralized network that they can oversee all manners of transactions, buying and selling. All roads are leading to the mandating of the mark of the beast. All roads are leading to the introduction of the mark of the beast. You got to and another thing too, that the Fed had recently said this week, is that they're going to start tapering, meaning that they're going to start buying assets, because they've been pumping trillions of dollars into the economy last year because of the whole CV. And now they're getting to a point where they're like, you know what, this is going to have to stop, because the debt is about what, roughly $30 trillion?
Yeah, I think something's coming up to it. They either have to do like another quantum easing, or just let the whole thing crash or something.
Yeah, well, they're not going to do QE, because QE is just basically a decrease in interest rates. That's all QE is. But what the Fed did say is that they expect to increase interest rates, inflation rates next year, because of all the things that's been going on. So again, a lot of things are going to start coming down, man. So most of it's going to start, moving real quick.
No? You got something? You want to make a point or something?
Yeah, that.
Second Esdras, chapter 60, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth.
Yeah, what is victuals? Victuals is food and drink. Okay? Victuals is food and drink. Victuals shall be so cheap upon the earth. And we've been seeing that for the past year because of all the money printing into the economy. Okay? Which has been leading to inflation, because all inflation is, by definition, is the expansion of money supply. That's all that is. And money has been expanded into the economy unprecedentedly by the feds all of last year and some parts this year through all these different stimulus packages. You know, so people pretty much been having a lot of money through unemployment, through these different checks that they've been getting, and they've been able to go out there and buy all kind of victuals really cheap. You know, but now all that is catching up, and inflation is creeping up more and more and more, and it's getting worse. So don't be surprised when you start seeing, like I said, a bag of bread is going to cost about $500 to $1,000, man. It's coming. Go ahead.
God, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
And they shall think themselves to be in a good case. But what does the Lord say in the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5? You have it?
As soon as I say peace and safety.
Right. When they shall say peace and safety. Because these people think themselves to be in a good case. Because they trust in Pharaoh, because they trust in the shadows of Egypt. Because of all the money that they've been getting all last year.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety.
When these different leaders in the White House, government, are going to promise you peace and safety to your local governors and mayors and states, when they're going to promise you peace and safety, oh, it's okay to take the joke. It's okay to take this Vaseline. You're going to be okay. Trust in us. Believe in us. What's going to happen? Go ahead.
Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child.
And sudden destruction shall come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. How is that going to happen?
And they shall not escape.
Jacob's trouble. The 4 kinds the Lord is going to appoint over them, according to the book of Jeremiah chapter 15. Because these are the same people that are saying that the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So that's when the Lord is going to show them, look, your biggest mistake was not fearing. The Lord's going to reintroduce fear to 2/3 of the nation of Israel. He's going to show them why his name, one of his titles, is Al-Ashad, terrible demon-like power. That's why he's Yahweh. He is. Go ahead.
This is Job.
That was it, right?
To be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth.
Hold it. I'm reading it again. Go.
God, this is the second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth.
Right, so just when they're going to think themselves to be in a good case, even then, that's when evils are going to grow, multiply upon the earth. Evil means bad time. Eve means time, and ill means bad. So bad times are going to multiply upon the planet Earth. Those are going to be the times of Jacob's trouble. That's what I'm talking about.
Sword, famine, and great confusion.
Right, so the sword is an instrument of cruelty, gun, famine, lack of bread, and great confusion, because people are going to despair out here by reason of their confusion. That's what the Lord said in Isaiah 30, woe unto you that trust in the shadow of Egypt. Because the strength of Pharaoh is going to be your shame, and your trust in the shadow of Egypt shall be your confusion, because Jacob's going to bug out.
But also, the fact, also in that video, they said they'll also plan on wiping out all, taking out all technology, like the lights were like EMP attack. So all that's going to be going in the time of what they plan on doing.
Yeah, I sent the article that Google is gonna what, suspend or shut down. Yeah, good.
On Android phones or something like that, right?
Yeah. Old Android, iPhone, whatever phone, but older phone. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was going to say, give me a time of trouble since you never worked before. And eventually what they eventually what they're trying to do is turn everybody over into that internet of things. You know, it's about, yeah, exactly, the 5G connection and all of that. All phones ain't got that capability. You know, it says, from the Sun, from the Sun.com, right? It says total shutdown. Google Maps, Gmail, and YouTube will be blocked on millions of phones within days. Wow. And just like that, you know what I mean? Just like that. Now, some people don't got the capability, no, yeah, the capability to upgrade their phone.
So why are they doing it?
All the phones.
No, it's spirit. iPhone, they're doing the same thing with the iPhone, starting from like the iPhone 9 or 8.
So the old ones,
they're gonna stop working.
Oh wow.
They're gonna stop working.
So you can have those phones. That's crazy.
So, hey, because of the 5G, they want everything
Everybody to be.
and they forcing it, bro.
Yeah.
That's like get Revelation 13, man.
That's why all the phones now, that's why they're giving away phones now. You buy one, get another one. So you need two.
Yeah.
Why they want everybody linked in that IoT, the Internet of Things, man.
Yep.
See?
Exactly.
Real quick. See, you get that? I got, this is Isaiah 19, verse 16. Isaiah 19 and 16. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. So it's going to come a point in time where everybody's going to know it's a higher power that's doing all these terrible things. The EMP attack, blackout, you know, and all that is going to be done by the Most High, man. All the terrible things that you see in the movies that are coming out, and it's funny, majority of the movies that are coming out now, they're all post-apocalyptic. You see why? Because they're starting to, they use movies and media and entertainment in a way to predictive programming for the people to get their mind subliminally ready for those things that they portray in movies, man.
Right?
That's pride too.
Huh?
That's pride too. That's
Pride, yeah.
And that pride, yeah.
Yeah. Yup.
It's like they gotta show, it's kind of like it's like their prophets. It's like their prophecy. Like they like to show it through their Urim and Thummim,
Right.
the future, what they want to do, and then
Right. Except the only thing they got wrong was in ID4. They did an ID4 when the Lord returned. That was basically the Lord returned, that big chariot, right? And just destroyed everything in America. But in their warped mind, they think they can fight against the Most High, man. You see? And I just saw something crazy in the group chat. The chariot that swallowed up the helicopter. Come on, man.
Oh, nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
like I always like to say, right? And what you had something? All right, who had something? You had it?
Yeah.
But like I always like to say, these other nations, they're doing constantly every month, like at least twice a month now, they're doing what? War games.
Yeah.
Right? They're showing up and when they do military drills, that's nothing but showing the other nations their military prowess, right? Their military power. Look, this is what I got. They're gonna test the new gun. This is what we do in the terrain. Our new tanks. This is what our new tanks could do. This is what our new missiles could do, right? But guess what? The Most High has been doing the same thing. He's showing the power of his chariots, man. Right? And that's why you see more and more sightings of those chariots, because that's the Most High doing war games too. Don't forget the name. Another name of the Lord is the Lord of Hosts, man, which is the Lord of Armies. Okay, and Yahweh Shai, who the word in because Jesus Christ is that general, is that commander, right? Oh, go ahead.
2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of a birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. know, and that's the last scripture you read. What was that again? 19?
Oh, yeah.
19?
It should be like a woman. Egypt shall be like Egypt. See? And that and those labor pains are likened onto the prophecies. And you can see each labor pain or each prophecy that happens, it's like now, within the past few years, they're closer together. Yeah. You see? It's comparing it to a childbirth. And each contraction, when it gets closer to the birth, those contractions get closer and closer together, and they become more violent, and it's more painful for the woman. That's the same. And what's the end? We already know the end of the end is what? The birth. What's the end of these prophecies? The Lord returning, man, and Esau being taken down.
Birth of the real world order.
Yeah, not the new world, the real world. Under Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see, and that's what we're waiting for. You see, and that's what we believe according to this Bible is going to happen. Now, a lot of people, they like to think, oh well, how is this going to happen? How is that going to happen? Right?
Yeah,
It's
like,
right. Your thing should be it's going to happen, man.
Yeah.
Why? Because we believe that through faith. We don't know all the intricacies of how this is going to happen. We just know it's going to happen, man.
Yeah.
You see? That's faith.
I'm probably the voice of Isaac.
None of the prophets dwelt on that.
Come on, man.
Why?
Because they had the faith, man. They didn't like. They knew whatever the Spirit put on the Most High for them to believe was going to happen, man. They didn't worry about the little small things.
That's right, bro. They didn't worry about the details, man. You know, like the 3 holy children when they got put in the furnace.
Right.
They didn't say, "Oh, I wonder what's gonna happen. This water just gonna come down and drench this furnace," and then you know, something like, you know what I mean. But they went in it, but they didn't get burnt. Who would have thought that? You know, who would have thought that? You know, but Scripture said everything that's written aforetime is written for our learning. So the point is just to have faith, bro. Believe that the Lord is gonna find a way for you to escape. You know.
I got something for you real quick.
Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth."
So look, so there it goes. Esau in the end of the world, before that transition of power happens, we already know who's going to be ruling at that prior to us being given the keys. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? That's the format. That's how it's going to happen. That's how it's laid out. That's why we know it's like a puzzle. We put all the pieces together. The man that's ruling right now, that's got to be the East. That's got to be the Edomites, man.
That's right.
That's got to be Esau. That's no other man. You see? So then, if that's Esau, and we're Israel, we're Jacob, we next, man. We next. So that's it, man. That's the formula. Go ahead. That's the major clue that the Most High left. Before our rulership, it's Esau. Esau's going to rule. Esau's been ruling. He's had this power that he's been given by the Most High for the past roughly around 500 years, going back to the birth of, or the rebirth of the time of the Renaissance. That's when Esau has been given that power back.
So real quick, it says the hand and temper. It says the hand of man is betwixt the heel, meaning that it's not going to be no gap. There's going to be immediate takeover. There's not going to be a certain time where another nation might rule. So there's going to be immediate takeover. Jacob ruling. That's why the hand the hand held the heel. Between those times, it's going to be immediate. As soon as Esau's done, Jacob is taking over. Meaning Jacob is going to finish off Esau. Yahweh shall come back over all the angels, and then we're going to rule.
Right? Going back to, and that's referencing the prophecy in Genesis when it says Jacob grabbed the heel of Esau, right? Mm-hmm. Now the thing about this, right? The heel or the Achilles tendon is the most powerful tendon in the whole body.
I didn't see that, bro.
No, that's spiritual, man. So, and then if you snap the Achilles, that motherfucker, I don't give a fuck who it is. He's not walking again. You snap somebody's Achilles, they're done. They're not walking. That's why the Most High. That's why he used that analogy, man. Come on, man. That's why the Most High used that analogy. The Achilles. He grabbed the Achilles of Esau. You know? Come on, man.
20. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 25. I have been young and now I'm old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
So the guy that asked that question of, well, how is this going to happen? And anybody that has wells on certain things with him, we going to eat that day. How are we going to eat this food, Jordan? He doesn't. So a person like that has to basically has to read more to boost up his faith, as well as asking for the Most High for more faith, man. Because you can't dwell on those minor intricacies, man. When you read the scriptures, it tells you that. Read that again.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37.
The answer's right there. What are you worried about? Yeah, come on, man.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37, verse 25. I have been young and now I'm old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken,
right?
Nor his seed begging bread.
Nor his seed begging bread, man. The scripture says what? All scripture is written for inspiration and our learning. I'm roughly paraphrasing, man. Right? All scripture, man, including that one this brother just read. You see? Never has the righteous been forsaken or begging bread. So in that time, we don't have to worry, and we don't have to know how it's going to happen. We have to believe it's going to happen. Yeah. What's the definition of faith?
Something we hope for, we not seen.
Not seen. Yeah, we can't see, right? How we gonna be how we're gonna eat. We can't see that, right? But we gotta we believe it. Just believe it. You gotta believe it, man. Right. And that's what this thing is all about. It's about belief, right? The Old Testament and the ancient days were all about keeping the law, right? But once Yahweh Shai came on the scene, it became about faith. Yes. It's all about faith now and a belief. You gotta believe it, man. What Paul say? About being the elect, I hope. How you say it?
I know what he said. He said we walk by faith, not by sight.
Not by sight. There you go. So the major part of this thing is faith, which has to be given to you by the Most High, which He gives out liberally if you ask for it. Right? Read.
1 Kings 17, verse 1. Elijah the Tishbite, who was of the inhabitants of Gilead, said unto Ahab, as the Lord Yahweh power of Israel liveth, before whom I stand, there shall not be dew nor rain these years, but according to my word. And the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto him, saying, Get thee hence, and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So he went and did according unto the word of the Lord Yahweh, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan, and the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. So basically the Lord told our forefather Elijah to go to a brook known as Cherith, that was by the river Jordan, where he would send ravens to feed our forefather Elijah during a period of famine in the land during the reign of Ahab. Okay? That's an example of the Lord taking care of one of our righteous forefathers. The Lord said to look at the generations of old and see. Did ever any trust in Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, and were forsaken? Nope. Or did any abide in his fear and was confounded, roughly paraphrasing the scripture in the book of Sirach, the 2nd chapter? It's all about faith, man. All about faith.
This is the book of Matthew 6 and 25. It says, Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and body the raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Here it is, you a prophet. Here it is, you usher in the kingdom of the Most High to come in, prophesying. You stood stiffly, you endured affliction. The Lord is gonna feed the birds and not you. Hey, come on, that's some crazy lack of faith, man.
Bro, that's heavy because one day I was waiting for the bus and I looked down by the bus stop and I saw a box of pizza where they had cheese at the top. And a bird came down and that was his meal for the morning. And he flew away. He just randomly came down, a piece of box was there, and he ate the cheese. So that's what the Lord said, look at the fowls of the, the animals of the earth and see. They're gonna teach you. Because, we learn, man. You want to say something, bro? No, you say they don't know when they next. That's it. Some more feeds them. That's it. Somehow, some way, they get fed, bro.
Yeah, bro.
The Lord put a spirit on men, women, give them bread and all of that. I remember that in the week few times. Like, the spirit got on me. It's feed the birds, bro.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9, verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly. So fight I not as one that beats in the air.
Oh, that's so heavy because you know what? That's Apostle Paul speaking from his experience. That's what happened to him. That was some heavy stuff that happened to him, man. The Most High knocked him off the horse, blinded him. So it's not like these things didn't happen to me. I'm not running this race. I'm not in this faith because it's just by chance. It's things that happened to me, and the Lord, Yahweh spoke to me himself and said, "Why are you kicking against the pricks?" You know what I'm saying? So I don't run this race like uncertainly, like I don't know why I'm doing. I know why. I know exactly why. The Lord jacked my ass up, and I had to get in line. I had to get get in order. How about you outside? Same thing with us. The Lord jacked us up in His way to us to get us on this path, on this truth.
I therefore so run, not as uncertain. So fight I not as one that beats in the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be accustomed. Actually, at the end of the day, it's about being elected. You know what I mean? We run in faith. You know what I mean? Faith, we do the works, preach the gospel. But at the end of the day, it's up to Yahweh Shai. If your name not on the list, no matter what you do, you're gonna be accustomed.
That's the fear.
That's a humble mechanism.
That's the fear. How about you outside, man?
I got some real quick. This is Matthew chapter 17, verse. I'm gonna start with 19. Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, "Why could not we cast them out?" And Yahushua said unto them, "Because of your unbelief."
Cast what out? Cast the damn demons out. These are high-powered demons that were possessed in certain Israelites. You couldn't get them out, all right? Unless you had to do certain things. You had to fast and pray to get these particular demons out. Also, not have the belief, not have your belief on a certain level, and that comes with it. All comes with it. It all comes with it. You know what I'm saying? It's look good.
Not only did the disciples have to have that faith, right, or that belief, the person getting healed had to have that belief also.
Right, bro. That's right.
See, so it's all about the faith in Yahweh Shai. But the question is, what? Do you believe in Yahweh Shai?
Right.
And that He is that man spoken about in Deuteronomy? And they all say yes. What happened?
Get healed. Believe. Just like the woman that touched the hem of the Lord's garment.
Yeah.
Spirit of the Lord. Somebody can get that real quick, man. Because that's what the Lord told exactly what you just said. And there was even a time in the Acts where when people heard about the healing and all that, there was a floodgate of people trying to get healed. Some people try to stand in the shadow of Peter just to get healed, like just to be the shadow. If the shadow passed on me, maybe I may be healed. But that was believing though, bro. That was a high level of faith, man. You know, the Lord said that, man. If you have faith that's greater than mustard seed, you shall command these mountains to move yonder. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I got it. This is the book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 30. Start at 27. Okay, this is Mark chapter 5, verse 27. When she had heard... 25, yeah. No, I got it right. All right. This is Mark chapter 5, verse 25. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. And that's how you know, man, it all has to be through the Lord. If you need healing, man, you can take as much herbs, you can go whatever doctor you want to go, but if Yahweh by Shemi Al-Shai doesn't give that okay to heal you, you're not going to be healed, man. That's why it's important to ask the Lord first or to pray over things. Check this out, it says, when she had heard of Yahweh Shai, came in the press behind and touched his garment. You can go up a little bit. This is Mark chapter 5, verse 26. And he had suffered many things, of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Yahweh Shai, came in the press behind and touched his garment. For
said, the herbs and healer, bro. The herbs and healer, whatever, whatever she did, she was nothing worse, or nothing better, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Because Yahweh Shai was meant to heal.
Right.
And that's why some brothers are going to be healed with certain members see spiritual power. Certain brothers are sick just so when a brother gets spiritual power, for them to see that power. That's why Psalms 123 says, thy people shall be willing in the day of that power. Because that power is coming, man.
Yeah.
That spiritual power, like, we all feel it. That spiritual power, you can feel in the air. Something, the Lord's about to turn this all the way up, bro.
This devil is on the, he's got it on the left hand. Yeah.
She said, for she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And that's ultimate faith, man. Because a lot of people want to see Yahweh Shai's face and get the actual him speaking. But she said, all I got to do is touch his garment, and I know him be healed. Hey, just like that gentleman. Let's say, listen, I tell my men, I tell my men to go ahead and go there. All you got to do is say, well, I know that person's gonna be healed.
Yeah, but he's not an Israelite. Though,
but
right?
Of course, he's an Israelite, man. You know, and then what? And then within that hour he was healed. But Yahweh Shai said, out of all of Israel, we never found faith as like this man. You know,
It's all about that faith.
it's all about faith, and that's why people got offended with Yahweh Shai, because they thought he was coming to change the gospel. He didn't change anything. He was actually enlightening it. He was actually
fulfilling prophecy.
Fulfilling prophecy.
Go to Matthew 5, verse 10. I am not coming to destroy the world.
Yep.
To water. 17. Get that, brother.
Yep. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. And it reads, it says, think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy but fulfill.
Well, that's what we came to do. Because guess what? His name is the embodiment of what he is. That's why, you know what I'm saying? He's the purpose of the Most High to save Israel. You know what I'm saying? From their sins. Yahweh Shai. He deliverer. That's what he fulfilled. He is that deliverer, man. That the Most High spoke about. And that's plain and simple. Alright? For the Jew first and then the Greek. You know what I'm saying? Which is what? Israelites. Alright, in the Gentile state of mind.
Finish that mark, bro.
Yeah.
Because, you know, because the point of her getting healed is not that she touched his garment either. You know, but it goes deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
Okay. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 28. I'm going to go up to 27. When she had heard of Yahweh Shai, came in the press behind and touched his garment, for she said, if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Yahushua, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, Who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, Thou seest the multitude thronging thee.
Wait, read back a little
That's
more.
not, yeah. And Yahushua, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him.
See that? So it's like she believed to the point after she touched his garment that the Lord felt that. He felt like somebody just believed on something happening, and it did happen. You know? The Lord felt it, like she touched the garment, and then immediately she like, I'm healed. I'm healed. So the Lord said immediately he knew that the virtue that came out of it. Look at the word virtue, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord was like, all right, I know somebody just got healed by believing on me. So let me see who was that? You know what I'm saying?
That showed the woman had faith, because all she said, "Oh, healed."
That's right.
That shows a lot of faith.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to deliver you now in these days. Is the faith and belief of who the word ignorant calls Jesus Christ, man. You see? Got it?
Yeah, I got it. It's G1411.
Virtue, right?
Virtue. It's do not miss. Do not miss. It says specifically miraculous power. Ability, it says by implication a miracle itself, ability, abundance, meaning mightily. Worker of miracles, power, strength, violence, power, strength, violence, mighty, wonderful work.
See, that's a miracle came out of it, man. Just by her touching the garment, he was like, all right, somebody just believed it. Even though, like you said, she been believed. That's what compelled her to try to touch his garment. She put in that work, and the work was, I gotta reach out and touch the garment. You know, hey, see that? Small thing, bro. Okay.
The blue letter says inherent power. Power residing in a thing by virtue of its nature.
Wow.
Or which a person or thing exerts and puts forth.
Virtue of his nature.
Or
brother said, deliverer. What's Yahushua's nature?
Wow.
When he was here on the scene. To deliver. You know what I'm saying? To heal the sick and the brokenhearted, man. And I'm looking at the park. Jacob's sick, bro. Jacob's sick on these park benches, bro. You know? And that, And at one time, was that not all of us? So the apostles went out there in the highways and byways and did what? They did the same things they did back then, but at a different level. They didn't, not the physical healing yet, but the spiritual healing, which is more important. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by the word that proceeds out of the mouth. You know?
Because now we actually have hope.
And now you got hope, you know?
We have faith, you know?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was prisons of hope.
Oh, that's what you think about
prisoners
earlier.
of hope.
That was Paul.
Yeah,
That,
Paul
right?
said
Yeah.
that,
We are prisoners of hope. That was good.
it says moral power and excellence of soul.
Say it again?
Moral power and excellence of soul.
Moral power, excellence of soul.
Miraculous power. Usually,
Miraculous and miracles.
I was going to say that. Usually, by implication, a miracle itself.
See that?
Yahushua was a walking miracle, bro.
Hey, and that goes to show that the guys that didn't believe Yahushua performed miracles are back here again today.
Yes.
And those are the ones that denied it back then. You know, it was to the point that you couldn't even deny it because the wicked scribes and Pharisees were like, man, we can't just throw them in jail because the people literally seen what they did. If we throw them in jail, it's gonna implicate us. Like
Cause an uprising.
Yeah, cause an uprising. Like, well, wait a minute, they just healed us in the name of Yahushua. What are you doing? Fucking cutthroat niggas, man. They here again today, man. Yeah, bro.
So that was it, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Let me read this real quick. This is you can get Isaiah, right?
Yeah, bro. Yep.
This is Acts. This is another example. This is Acts 3. I'm gonna start at 11. This is after what was it? Peter and John just healed a man that was lame, that couldn't walk, and he was healed through the belief of Yahushua, right? The name of Yahushua, right? This is Acts 3:11. And as the lame man which was healed by Peter and John.
Well, I'm talking about that account.
Oh yeah. Right? It says, this is Peter's 3:11. And as a lame man which was healed held Peter and John, all the people ran together unto them in a porch that is called Solomon's, greatly wondering. And when Peter saw, he answered unto the people, Ye men of Israel, why marvel ye at this? Or why look ye so earnestly on us, as though by our own power or holiness we had made this man walk? Right? And it's going to go into how this man was made to walk, man. It wasn't us that did it, right? It says, the God of Abraham and of Isaac and of Jacob and the God of our fathers have glorified his son, Yahushua, whom ye delivered up and denied him in the presence of Pilate when he was determined to let him go. But ye denied the Holy One and the just and desired a murderer to be granted unto you. And killed the Prince of Life and killed the Prince of Life, whom the Most High hath raised from the dead, whereof we are witnesses. It says, here's the point, in his name, through faith, in his name, hath made this man strong.
That's what I think is so important.
It says, in his name, through faith in his name, hath made this man strong, whom ye see and know, right? Because it was known that God was, through that area, the guy was lame. He would hang out in the same place, asking for food or alms or whatever. So it was known this guy was lame, right? It says, whom ye see and know, yea, the faith which is by him hath given him this perfect soundness in the presence of the world. So it's showing you the man had that faith of Yahushua. He believed in Yahushua, as so did Peter and John. Because ain't no, matter of fact, the next chapter goes into, it tells you that there's no other name under heaven which by way you may be saved. That name is what? Yahushua. It's not only the name, it's the belief in the power of that name. That's the only thing that's going to be able to deliver us when all hell happens here in America and all over the earth. All over the earth. When all hell happens, when society breaks down, what's going to be able to deliver you is not your college degree, not what's in your bank account. It's in the belief of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? So where we at? Hold on. You had Isaiah, right?
Yeah. That's still, still trying to believe in.
And that's what a majority of people don't have the belief in. They have the belief and faith in. It's crazy. The 2/3 have as much faith as we have in Yahushua. They have that much faith and belief in Esau. Man.
Yeah.
You see, that's why they're going to be so willingly and they're going to fucking try to bang the door down for that MOT. You see that? And we're going to try to bang the door down for Yahushua, man. Right?
That's why the scriptures say, who the God of this world finds.
Oh, well, that's Corinthians, right?
Yeah.
That's why, because their God is Esau, man. Right?
Exactly. Yep. That's why you can't talk nothing bad about the white man. That's why you talking about their God, bro.
Yeah, that's why, yeah.
You talking about my God?
Yeah, what you saying?
Yeah, I got you right here, bro. Isaiah 65, verse 13. Matter of fact, let me read up one verse, bro. Verse 12, it says, therefore will I number you to the sword.
Hold on, you can go up.
I'll read up one more.
It might be
11.
one, right? Yeah.
I'll read up 11, yep. It says, but
that's going into the 2/3 that niggas
Yeah.
are talking about right now. Yeah,
That's right. It said, but ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that truth.
Right, and that's going into the 2/3, man. You reject the name, you reject the prophets that I put out there, right? You reject me. You reject the belief in me. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah. It says that prepare a table for that troop,
Right.
and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Mm-hmm. Therefore will I number you to the sword.
Right, this is what the Most High is going to do now. Okay, since you want to not worship me and worship Esau as your power, as your God, this is what I'm going to do to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I got for you, right? Read that part again.
Yup, it says,
Therefore,
yup, it says, but ye are they that forsake the Lord,
right?
and that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop,
Right.
and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I have called, ye did not answer.
Not answer, man. The prophets have been out here, right, for years, man. Going back with Abba Bivens, what was that in 68? Late 60s, man. Late 60s. And the truth since then has steadily increased. And still, 2/3 of our people still reject it. Despite how much more valid it is, the scriptures are, and how much more wickedness Esau has increased. You niggas still want to believe in Esau, right? No matter how far the devil's showing his horns, you know? You niggas, huh? Yeah. You know?
It says,
So therefore, the Most High is going to number you to the sword, right? You know?
it says, because when I called, ye did not answer.
Right.
When I spake, ye did not hear.
Right?
But did evil before mine eyes,
Right.
and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
Right, and that's wickedness. That's evilness, man. Because the delight in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is coming back to your heritage, man.
Right.
And acknowledging your faults, having a contrite spirit. That delights the Most High like nothing else.
That's the spirit you said. Don't think about that, bro.
See
That delights the Most High. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more powerful than show the Lord that you understand that you need Him.
That's all you want.
You know what I'm saying? Like that delights the Heavenly Father. Like, yeah, you do need me because I created you. That delights the Lord, man. If you be like, nah, I'm good, I'm all right, good, I'm good. You being wicked, Lord got something for your ass, man. You know how to make an example out of your ass, man.
That's like having an independent woman who said, who constantly said, I don't need you, nigga.
Yo, bro.
I don't need you. Huh?
Seen that video?
Which one? Black chick?
Yeah. The one about the feminist. And
The one that was crying?
crying.
Oh yeah, fuck her. She cute, bro. Fuck all of them.
Oh yeah.
Well, guess what? Now the ball's in our court. I'll let you know.
Yo, that's crazy you
I'll
said
let you know.
that. Was crazy you said that, right?
You don't call me, I'll call you.
Yeah. Hang on. Right? Yo, I was thinking the same thing, right? Because what, as a nation, what are we to the Most High? We are His woman, man. And what delights you more than when a woman tells you, I need you, or shows you how much you need you?
That's ultimate submission.
Come on, man, and that's all he wants, man. That's all he wants. And how much does that piss you off? When we got plenty of examples of this. When it be, I don't need you, nigga. How much does that piss you off? You want to smack
You want to put her to death.
Yeah.
You want to write her a bill of divorce?
Yeah,
You don't need me? Or get the fuck
All
out
right,
of
get
here.
your ass out of here.
Go in the wilderness.
You know?
They
Yup.
Right? So, we got more, right?
Yeah, it says verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, power, behold, my servant shall eat,
Yeah.
but ye shall be hungry.
Right. My servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry, man. And the servants of the Most High are doing, are just as I described. The ones that have acknowledged their transgressions and came back to their nationality with that contrite spirit, man. Those are the servants. Yeah, we fucked up. I need you. Those are the ones that are going to be fed in that day, man. When 2/3 of our people are going to catch holy hell. And like the scriptures say, are going to be likened, Egypt shall be likened unto women. Meaning when all chaos happens, what's the characteristics or spirit of a woman? To be fucking terrified and scared, man. With no answers. Yo, when lightning strikes, what is a woman? They'll grab the next man. They could be a stranger. You know what I mean? They'll hide behind the car. You see that? They act like that's their spirit, man. All that feminine shit is just something that's been created in these last days, man.
Be a homeless stranger on top of that.
Yeah.
She running up on a homeless
Yeah,
man
and she'll look for the closest man.
You remember years back, he was on 34th? I guess some crazy dude was
bitch ran up on us.
yeah, but she's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. She was probably the most extreme feminist, that feminist shit went out the window then, man.
She went to the prophets.
He's trying to kill me.
Yeah, she went straight to the prophets, bro.
He's trying to kill me.
Yeah, 34 she was crazy.
34, wow.
He's trying to kill me.
I remember this was one dude robbed the stole something and started running. What did the bitch do? Help me, help! He stole something, help! They make it just book. Yeah, that 34 she was the good old days. Right? Alright, go ahead.
So it says, therefore thus saith the Lord, my Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Right.
Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
But ye shall be, that's what I said in Isaiah, when all this hell happens, our people are going to know it's all the chaos is being done by the Most High, man. And that you worship the wrong power, which is Esau, the so-called white man. Our people are going to know that in that day, man. You see that? But the elect, the servants of the Most High, have nothing to worry about. We don't know how it's going to happen. We have that belief in faith that we're going to be taken care of in that day, because we've got countless examples in the scriptures of men that served the Most High, served the Lord, right? And they were taken care of, man. You know, and our perfect example is the scripture you read about the birds. The birds don't worry about food, man. They get fed on a daily. They don't, you know, in a huddle of a bunch of pigeons, yo, hey, how we doing? Hey, what's for breakfast? I don't know, man. Like, oh shit, bread. They don't worry about that. They get fed regardless, man. Right?
Alright. It says, verse 14, behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Look, it's gonna be kind of crazy, because it's gonna be scary, but it's gonna be a jovial time. Why? Because we understand what time we're in. We're getting closer and closer to the Lord's return, man. So we're gonna be happy, man. You see that?
It was so funny because a lot of people's like, oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm like, I'm relying on the Lord. And they look at you like you got
They're
two
like,
heads.
what? What you mean?
Like, I mean, because sometimes, you know who you talk to, but sometimes it just comes out, like, what you really want to say. So they was like, what you going to do? I was like, I'm just going to rely on the Lord. They looked at me like, what? Like,
What does that mean?
But I caught myself like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was trying to get something regular. I mean, I knew I was being, but it just came out like, I'm just going to rely on the Lord. Because it's so second nature. It's like, what do you mean? I'm just going to rely on the Lord. But they looked at me like, rely on the Lord.
What do you mean, like faith? What do you mean, like faith?
And these are the same people that say they believe in God.
Yeah.
Right.
What? I got something else.
Right.
We're talking about the repentance too, right? This is Jeremiah chapter 3. And I'll start at 12. It says, go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, return thou, backsliding Israel, saith the Lord, and I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you. For I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep my anger forever. Only acknowledge thine iniquity. Yep. Only acknowledge thine iniquity. Yep. That thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy power, and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you, one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion.
Yo, where's that nigga that was here the weeks ago?
The old
No, that was for him, man, because he was trying to say Israel was rejected, right? Was done away with. That nigga. It's funny. He's thinking the Most High rejected his. That's why he's singing that bugged out shit, man. You see that? But that was beautiful, man. Damn. I mean, it said exactly what I said through the Spirit, man. What the Most High wants. He wants a contrite spirit, man. And he'll if you return to Him, the Most High returns back to you. See? And if the Most High is with you, nobody or nothing can be against you. You see that? You see?
Jump down to 20 real quick while you get a chance, bro. This is 3 and 20. It says, surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, said the Lord.
See, so that's an example, right? Oh, that's why Hosea. There you go. Get Hosea, right? Because that's the same example. So if you want to know the mind state of the Most High or how he's feeling, yo, Just think about a woman, a relationship with a woman. If a woman disrespects you, how you feel toward her, how you feel towards her. And when she's the opposite way, when she reverences you, how you feel towards her then. That's the same way the Most High feels. See? No? Go ahead.
James 4, 7 and 8. Submit yourselves, therefore, to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to the Most High, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. So just like the brother was saying, man. Yep. Draw nigh to Yahweh Shem Shai, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners. All right, and purify your hearts, you double-minded, because we were all that at one time. All right, but now that Yahweh Shem Shai has converted us, converted our minds, all right, we don't think how we used to think. We don't do things how we used to do them. We have been cleansed from our old ways and our old man, you know? So we have submitted ourselves through the spirit of power unto Yahweh Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? So we're not double-minded no more, because this world pushes that vibration. Be double-minded. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'll do this, but I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Like this world is really fucked up, man. You know what I mean?
This is book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as a Mashiach is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. So just like we have to submit ourselves unto the Most High, and the Most High desires nothing more, same way, a man is looking for a submissive wife. You understand? Because that's what a man desires, man. So the Most High, the same way how we desire that, the Most High desires for us to submit ourselves unto Him. Because we are married unto the Most High. We have a husband-wife relationship. We have our Hashem Yahushai.
2 Corinthians 11 verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. I have espoused you to one husband.
Same way. Same way how you don't want to use some woman. Like if you learn a woman was a whore or something like that, you don't want her, man. Same way, the most I don't want a nigga smoking crack, man. Even though you could reform, you could be reformed from that. You know what I mean? That's the tender mercy of the Most High. But 9 times out of 10, the Most High don't want a homosexual smoking crack demonic nigga, man. Same way you don't want no whorish woman who been with hundreds and thousands of men. You understand? It's that same dynamics. You understand?
I got something since you said that real quick. This is Jeremiah 3:1. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord.
And that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? We did that as a people. That's right. The southern tribe, the northern tribe went first. It was, we all fucked up.
The Lord called us. The Lord called us a holabah and a hola, bro, in the scripture. You know, a holabah means she whose the temple is in, which that was the southern kingdom, and the hola was the northern kingdom. I forget exactly what it meant. But when you read Ezekiel, I believe, like 23rd chapter, it gives you those metaphorical names of Israel, how the Lord didn't acknowledge Israel being his wife no more. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Pretty much, those are names of pretty much hoe-ass bitches.
Yeah, like Hosea.
You know what I'm saying? Like Hosea.
That's why the Lord told him to, deal with that type of woman, because that represented Israelites. You know, and that goes to show you that our mercy is not the same as the Most High. Because like we just said, because ain't none of us got ain't none of us find out what. I can't speak for everybody, but I say that they dealt with somebody already. Man. Who knows what the fuck they was doing. You don't even want to think about this shit. Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's Israel, bro. But the Lord, you know, hey, if you be the elect, the Lord gave you a clean slate, man. You know, wash you through the blood of Yahweh, man. Other than that, all that shit is gonna come right back. Oh, your wickedness. You know what you did in this lifetime, what you did in the past life. What type of wickedness you was doing back then? We don't know. That's why we hope that the Lord don't remember our sins in the day of wrath. All right. Going back to the bridegroom, all right, the being adorned in all white. You know, you want to be clean, bro. How? By the circumcising of your mind, man, and your spirit. You know?
That Hosea from stuff in the time of Hosea? Or?
Yeah.
All right. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1. The word of Yahweh by Shimei Shai that came unto Hosea, the son of Beri in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, the king of Israel. The beginning of the word of the Lord. Okay, got you. Okay, got you. This is 6. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna start with 5. It says, and it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel, and she conceived again and bare a daughter. And the Most High said unto him, call her name Lo Ruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away. But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, and will save them by Yahweh, by Shimei Shai, their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen. Now when she had weaned Lo-Ruhamah, she conceived and bare a son. Then said the Most High, call his name Lo-Amai, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power.
Not my people.
Yet,
no mercy and not my people.
Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured, nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power.
And that's talking about America. America is the place where the Israelites were told that we African Americans, all right, Jamaicans, West Indians, Puerto Ricans, and so on and so forth. Just like you go back to the book of Ruth, the 2nd chapter, it tells you about in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. Huh? All right, so this is the place where it's told that we are not the people of the Most High. All right, so the falling away had to happen, and it happened, and now we coming back to remembrance, guys.
It says, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel. Yeah, they go appoint themselves one head. That's going to be Yahweh Shai, then King David, man. Because King David is going to be ruling right under Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's going to be the king that we're reporting to, man. And it's going to be a great deliverance here in America. All right, because when you go to Jeremiah 50 and 33, it says Judah and Israel was oppressed together. All right, so it's going to be a great deliverance right here in America via the way of what these people call UFOs. That's another thing people's going to be faking of hearts, or hearts going to be faking for, man. When they see these chariots starting to swing lower. All right, soon when Jacob struck, the more and more time passed, you're going to start seeing these chariots doing miraculous things, man. And that's the salvation of the Israelites. The salvation. Go ahead, brother.
You've seen the chariot. You've seen the chariot that involved what the helicopter. Barbara, go ahead. What you saying?
Yeah. What people here call UFOs, man. That's going to be the salvation of the Israelites. That's going to be the way of us getting out of here. And please believe Yahweh Shai, okay, the word, and he calls Jesus Christ, he's going to come in our fathership. And our fathership is going to be bigger than the earth, man. Okay? The Lord has come back to save his people. That's his name. He's coming to, the Lord is coming to do what he was made to do, what he was born to do, what the Lord, only begotten son was made to, designed to do, which is to be a deliverer for the Israelites, man. And take down these wicked world rulership with Esau, Edom. That's the gospel. That's why the Lord died. You see, these people don't understand the true gospel. The true gospel is for the Israelites. The true gospel is having these nations in chains. The true gospel is having the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts, man. That's what we truly desire, of us not going off them. That's why Yahweh died. That's why the Lord had to bring us only begotten Son, the unblemished Lamb. Why? Because we went off. And so the elect are tired of going off. So we want the Lord to put that new covenant in us, man. Okay, 2/3 don't consider their ways. 2/3 don't have a contrite heart and a contrite spirit and a broken heart, man. Okay, that's why the Lord said in 2nd Ezra, the 50th chapter, for all the unfaithful shall do what? They're going to die in their unfaithfulness, man. That's just all it is. That's why the Lord said that we gathered, the elect has gathered faith before the foundation of the world, man. Because if we be of the elect, we're built for this, man. We're gonna thrive in Jacob's trouble. Why? Because our faith is gonna get stronger and stronger up to the point where it's gonna be perfect faith, man. Perfect faith, just like Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, get Isaiah 26 and 20 real quick. Because the salvation, and get Jeremiah 16 and 14. Because the salvation that's coming upon the Israelites is a salvation that's never heard of and never been seen before, man. And you heathens are gonna wish you were Israelites. And you 2/3 gonna wish that you was of the elect, man. You're gonna wish that you did the work. When you go to Wisdom, the Solomon 5, the 5th chapter, that talks about our great salvation, man. Matter of fact, let's get that. Wisdom of Solomon 5, get that first. Yeah, and then we'll get Isaiah 26 and 20, then we get Jeremiah 16 and 14. But the salvation that we have is going to be a great salvation, man. And that's why the Lord said our works are not in vain. You people can laugh and do whatever you want, but a lot of people ain't laughing no more, man. A lot of people's not laughing anymore, because you know why? Because these prophecies are speaking, man. Yeah, bro.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1,
Chapter 5.
Chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
Who's the righteous man? The righteous man is talking about the men, the elect men, that's on the highways and byways, not having any guile in them, man. Preaching the true gospel. Because anybody can go on the highways and byways, okay, for their own vain glory or vain, whatever thought they want to do. But it's exactly, bro. You got to be out here in truth and sincerity, man. Good, bro.
Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And we're standing in great boldness, man. We're standing in great boldness in front of what? In front of the whole world. Okay? Especially Esau, Edom, man. We're shaking up things out here, man. Why do you think they want to, they're on our YouTube pages, they're messing with us? If we're so-called bugged out, crazy niggas, all right? If we're so crazy niggas, why the hell, are y'all taking our videos, man? Good, bro.
God, before the face of such as have afflicted him, I made no account of his labor.
Yeah, they made no account of our labors, man. A lot of people think we're doing this for vain. A lot of people think that we're all bug outs and that this work that we're doing, this beautiful work that we're doing, is in vain, but it's not, man. Okay, the Lord, okay, is gonna have his gift on him, man. And that's gonna be what? That salvation into them chariots. Good, bro.
Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Yeah, when they see what? When they see the chariots, man. Okay? That's something that you Edomites can't fuck with. How about that? We don't care about your technology. We don't care what you got, Esau. Because guess what? That's all your hours anyway, man. Okay? Our power, not your power.
That's right.
All right? At the end of the day, you're going to see true power through the what? The Lord's sons, man. You're going to see real power, man. And we believe that. We know that's going to happen. Yeah, bro.
God, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Yeah, when they see true power. Them chariots are true power. Perfect power, man. Okay? None of your technology can mess with one chariot, one UFO, man. Okay? And guess what? Those are our heavenly brothers up there, man. How about that? Okay? But you people gonna be real, and you people gonna be had division, man. Alright? Something popped up.
Nah, it's good, it's good.
I shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation.
Yeah, why they can be amazed at the strangeness of our salvation? Because when you go to 1 Corinthians 15 and 51, it says in the twinkling of an eye that what? We shall be beamed up. Okay? We're going to be changed, man, as we're getting beamed up. Okay, but it go from mere worms into gods, man. Right before these people's eyes. Changed. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Come. I shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation, so far beyond all that we
Yes, so far beyond all that you look for, Esau, in your technology. Okay, we see the Lord is revealing, okay, revealing yourself to us, man. All your super soldiers, the DARPA, and your androids and your Terminators, that's not gonna compare to what the Lord's gonna do to the men that's been going hard for the Lord, man. For the worms, because we're worms. But the Lord said, fear not thou worm, Jacob, for I will help thee. I'll make thee a new sharp-edged instrument having teeth. And you're going to see that real soon, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 3. And they're repenting and groaning.
Yeah, they're repenting and groaning. They're not repenting and groaning for going off. They're repenting and groaning because they see that power, man, and they want it. That's why. Okay? But that power is only for the righteous. The righteous of these so-called blacks, Hispanic Americans that truly believe in the gospel, man. The true gospel, which is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Go ahead, bro.
And they repented and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision.
Don't they have it sometimes in derision right now? You know, so we got to put up on the channels. We got to do this, okay? You know, at one time, we had to social distance and all kind of things, man. Okay? They got us on the Southern Poverty list. Agenda 21. Go ahead, bro.
This was he whom we have sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach.
Yeah, because they call us, you know, bummites, okay? Snow dummies, all right? Faith-based Israelites. We love those names. Yeah, we're faith-based Israelites, man. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
Real quick, bro. I got the regular definition on Merriam for derision. It says, the use of ridicule or scorn to show contempt, a state of being laughed at, ridicule. Hey, that one bitch just walked by laughing at us, man.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Because I said that we're going to be changed. I seen it. We're going to be, but guess what? That bitch going to be had in derision, man.
Yup.
Okay, because people don't believe in spiritual power, but we believe in spiritual power, man. Okay? Our Lord has spiritual power. Our forefathers have spiritual power. Okay? And this type of technology that Esau has, you people don't even believe it. Because you people are sheep, man. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, it says an object of ridicule, scorn. Some synonyms is jest, joke, laughing stock, mock, mockery, sport, or
and
target.
We don't mind being a laughing stock. We don't mind being a fool, man. Because guess what? We're a fool for Yahweh while Yahweh's sake, man. I'll be a fool all day long, bro, for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And so my brothers, and so my apostles, man. They're a great example because they've been doing it since the 70s and 80s, man. Well, Bob Bivens, okay? King Masha, all right? But look at it, but look, their works do follow them though, man. Okay? You people are gonna, go ahead, brother. Yo, Yahushai said, those that laugh shall cry later. All right? Those that cry, that laugh now shall cry later. All right? Matthew the 25th chapter around there, man. Okay, but look, the Lord's about to reveal himself. And guess what? All these people that's laughing at us, they're gonna be crying in the time of Jacob's trouble. And guess what we gonna be doing, man? We're gonna be laughing in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Good, bro.
Now come, because just to add on to your point, bro, we'll be fools for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai all day, every day. All right, because of this very fact right here. You just find it in 1 Corinthians, or maybe it's 2 Corinthians.
That's why the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of our people, man. That's going to be a beautiful thing. Because like I said, these people trust in Egypt, man. To hell with Egypt. To hell with America, man. Okay? Yeah. We don't give a damn about this place anymore, man. Okay? Listen, we're willing to lose it all, man. We don't have anything here. We don't want to be here, man. All right? Okay? We don't give a damn about none of your benefits. We don't give a damn about no job. We don't give a damn about no house. We don't give a damn about none of that stuff. The only thing we give a damn about is Yahweh Yahushua doing his work and finishing the work, man.
Right.
Yeah, 1 Corinthians 3, verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness.
Yeah, the wisdom of this world is foolishness to the Lord, man. Okay, I guarantee you when you go on the internet, you type in the most popular videos on YouTube, it's folly, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's complete folly.
Right.
All right? You
time.
people worshiping straight up Satan worshipers, man. Okay, and demons and devils, man. Okay? Good, bro.
For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shah.
There's foolishness to the Lord, man. The Lord don't care about these educational systems, man. The Lord don't care about these damn jobs, man. The Lord's eyes is on prophecy. That's what the Lord's eyes are on, man. The Lord's eyes are on the men of the Lord that's bringing out His word to bring back His Son, man. Yahweh Shai.
For it is written. For it is written.
Uh-huh.
And I believe it's written in the book of Job, the 5th chapter. It is written, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness. Matter of fact, get that scripture, bro.
It is.
And I'm, in the meantime, I'm going to get the 1st chapter in the 20th.
I think
It says take the wise in their own craftiness.
Yeah, I think it's Job 5.
But in the meantime, I'm going to get chapter 1. You got it?
Yeah.
All right, let me just bring this out real quick. First Corinthians 1 and 20 says, where is the what? Nope. Let me start at 19. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. That's dealing with the God of this world. All right. Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not the Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world? For after that, in the wisdom of the Most High, the world by wisdom knew not the Most High. It pleased the Most High by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe.
The fools of preaching. Because we look fools to these people, man. But we're doing it for the Lord, man. Because it's not going to look foolish, but guess what?
Well, guess what? What was Yahweh Shai doing, brother? What was Yahweh Shai doing?
The same thing.
He was daily teaching, man.
Daily.
All right? So go ahead, brother.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Right.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Why? Because the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. Because guess what? The left hand side is not greater than the right hand, man. Yahweh Shai is on the right hand of the Most High Yahweh, man. All right? And He's going to take over. You see? He's going to take over, and that's going to be the end all be all. He's going to have the dominion. All right? He's going to have the everlasting kingdom.
Yep.
All right? And everything is going to have to come under subjection under Him. Okay? Right.
13, it says, He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward.
So your devices and your agendas, right? The agendas, their devices, and the Hegelian dialectics, and your witchcraft, your draconian legislation, your different legislations you're putting out here, because you have the power, you're crafty in that, but the Most High is going to take you in that craftiness, because you're just going to only prove the point that you're the wicked that the Bible speaks of, that you're the devil that the Bible speaks of, and you are just a puppet, all right, and just a tool to be used for the purpose of the Most High, all right, to fulfill His will. How about that one? He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, man. Because this devil is crafty. You see how these things are going in the world, all right? But the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Shai, is taking them in this craftiness for those that are that He's allotted to see through it, to give that, giving the eyes out. But
it says they meet with darkness in the daytime, and broke in the noonday as in the night.
That's your so-called Illuminati, all right? The elite international banking families, but nonetheless, they're what? They're doing the left-hand side of bidding, man, of the Heavenly Father, right?
It says, but He saved the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty.
Hey, well, that's it, bro. Y'all got that.
So Isaiah 47, verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments,
Yeah.
and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be, thou shalt be able to profit. If so be, thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
And that's the Most High speaking to Esau, man. because it was the Edomites who are also known as, in the scriptures, as the daughter of the Chaldeans, right? They are the ones that are heavily into witchcraft, heavily into Satanism. They push Satanism throughout the masses, and the masses don't even realize it, man. The masses don't even realize they're actual Satanists. They're followers of Satan. You see? And those celebrities that they have more of an idea that they worship Satan. But they push Satanism on everybody, and they don't even realize it, man. You see that? Hell, Washington, D.C. was constructed in a way to worship Satan, to worship those deities, those gods, those spirits. If you an aerial view of capital of DC, it forms what, an owl. You got Capitol, you got Capitol here, you got pentagrams, you got obelisks, you got it's worship. And for them to construct that and map it out, that takes. It's not by accident.
Right.
That's all deliberate.
Yeah.
That's all designed. Why? And it's all a worship to who? Satan, man.
Yep.
And that's why it says from thy youth, because they've been doing it for a long time, man.
This is sorcery.
That's right,
Oh
brother.
yeah, the
That's
dollar.
straight up sauce.
Bring it out, brother.
Owl in there, the corner.
In case you ain't
Yeah.
know before. You know what I'm saying? And, you know,
Definitely sorcery, bro.
and a dollar is a talisman. You look up the talisman is a tool of witchcraft. A talisman. All right? That dollar bill got all kinds of symbology and symbology and different indications on it.
Hidden codes and stuff.
Hidden codes and all of that, all of those types of things, just from the dollar, just from a dollar bill. All right, to give you an understanding of what you're really dealing with here. You're dealing with a spiritual force that's working behind these people that are in power, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, the pyramid is 13 steps, 13 layers to the pyramid. You know, and at the very top you got the all-seeing eye, or the eye of Horus. You know, and at the bottom of it says 1776, Novus Ordo Seclorum, bro. New World Order. You know, and then I knew it Coeptus, our enterprise is crowned with success. This is all witchcraft, bro.
1776 is not only the same year this country was established, but that's also the same year the Bible destruction made took out the Apocrypha out the Bible. You see, so that year 1776 is highly satanic, man. You see, so Satanism and the occult is heavy with Esau, man. It's heavy with Esau, right? So that's why the Most High is saying, look, all your monthly prognosticators, your astrologers, your stargazers, when I, roughly paraphrase it, when I come and take your ass down, you go pray to them and see if they can see.
Right.
You see? That's what the Most High is saying right here.
Stand up
Right.
and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Right.
Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them.
You see, the fire shall burn them, man. Right? Because not only are those missiles going to destroy America, going to destroy the enterprise, going to destroy their kingdom, Yahweh Shai is going to come down with those chariots, and they're going to be doing damage too. By way of what? By way of fire, man.
That's right, man.
You see? Right?
It says, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
See that? They shall not deliver from the power of flame. Neither shall Esau, neither shall their power, neither shall their false deities. Nothing is going to be able to deliver you when I come down and pull you out of rulership. That's what the Most High is saying, right?
Yep. It says, there shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it. Thus shall they be unto thee whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarters, none shall save thee. That's what's going to come upon Esau here.
That's right.
Okay?
Death, man. No, the Most High said he's going to, this takedown of the Edomite kingdom essentially is gonna come in 1 hour, man.
Yep. Now check this out. Now this is the same chapter, the 14th verse from a GNT translation, because it says that there shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before it. Now this is from the GNT, verse 14. It says, they will be like bits of straw, and a fire will burn them up. They will not even be able to save themselves. The flame will be too hot for them. Not a cozy fire to warm themselves by. So it's not going to be a cozy fire where they could just sit down, man, let's warm up. Man, it's cold out here. Let's warm up.
Yeah.
The flame is going to be too hot. And that's the spirit, because, earlier this week, I came into some new information.
Oh, yeah.
Because basically I'm taking this engineering course for proper material. And what was covered basically this week was how fission and fusion differ. Now, to jump straight to the point, fission produces a heat of about 1,000 Kelvin or 1,000 degrees Celsius, whereas fusion generates 100 million degrees Kelvin, which is equivalent to 100 million degrees Celsius. Now, when you check it up on how hot a nuclear missile is online, this is from atomicarchive.com. It says, temperatures of a nuclear explosion reach those in the interior of the sun, about 100 million degrees Celsius, which is what the base temperature of fusion is. As you can see here in this short slot. Okay, that's what's produced.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
fire.
That's yo.
You can see it clearly.
If I can interject for a moment, the temperature in the atmosphere when Fat Man and Little Boy dropped was they said it was 1 million degrees. That's just now. That was just the like, because it don't drop on the ground. It drops in it right above the ground. So it was a million degrees. So imagine that.
It says 100 million degrees Celsius that produce a brilliant fireball. And I remember the thermonuclear missiles that are created today are both fusion and fission. So I got a question, bro. I was always wondering this. I guess we could check it out, but I just got a question. You know what I'm saying? It's an honest question. What's hotter, Fahrenheit or Celsius? Celsius is more hotter. Celsius is hotter. But it's just basically like a conversion between the two. It's just a different measurement. Just a different.
It's like kilo versus pound.
Yeah, it's just a different unit of meters. But they will say they would usually say degrees Celsius would be a little bit more hotter. Celsius hotter. A little bit more hotter, not too hot, but just a little bit more.
But it's hotter than Fahrenheit.
Slightly. Because they're basically just a different
conversion.
Well, is it exponential? Like, is it higher the Celsius?
No, like it's basically if the Fahrenheit goes up, so will degrees Celsius go. But degrees Celsius will tend to be just slightly hotter than Fahrenheit.
All right, so it is hotter.
Yeah, just slightly, not too
much. That's like the pounds, like let's say dumbbells. In the UK they use kg, and usually a kg. Let's say you got 100-pound dumbbell, kg will be like about 54 kg. You know what I'm saying? Kilograms or something like that. Now when you convert it, if you take that same dumbbell UK and put it on the scale, it will be over 100 by like a few more pounds.
They call it they call it the SI unit. That's all it is. Just basically a different way of converting.
And they what you call it? They measure the heat in kilotons, right?
They measure megatons. Before the atomic bombs, Fat Man, Little Boy, that was kilotons.
So they don't do that kiloton stuff?
They don't.
They do
that no
they do
more.
megatons now?
Now they do megatons, like about 1 megaton, maybe.
Goddamn. See, that's spirit. I didn't even know that.
Guys, Isaiah 54.
Isaiah 54, bro.
I got something
Okay,
real
I'm
quick.
hit, bro.
Okay.
Spirit.
Why you get that? One line.
So it's way
This is-
hotter. It's way hotter.
Yeah, it's not that extremely
Malachi
hot. It's
4:1 then,
just a
brother.
little, just a little.
What you got?
Got you, bro.
Right. This is Malachi 4:1. It says, "For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts. It shall leave them neither root nor branch."
Because nothing's going to be left. The Lord said He's going to use 200,000, 200 million ICBM nuclear missile warheads. And again, don't forget that the temperature that is generated by the chain reaction of fusion is about 100 million degrees Celsius. Now, these nuclear bombs are made up of 50 megatons of TNT, 40, 30, 10. So that's a lot of heat and a lot of firepower, man. You know, the greater the weight of the bomb, is the hotter it'll be.
So add that times 200,000.
1,000, bro. Think about that times that 100 million. That's a lot, man.
That's why this place is gonna be a lake of fire.
Lake of fire.
A lake of fire.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
That's right. Oh, we gotta break it down, brother. We must break this down through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. What is a smith? A smith is a weapon maker, okay? The smith is the one that creates this very weapon that you see before you, okay? That's what the smith does. It's a weapon maker. Now, when we go into the understanding on the nuclear missiles, you will find out that there was an Edomite from Germany named Robert Abraham Esau. That was his name. And he was the founder of the Uranium Club. And the Uranium Club was a predecessor to the Manhattan Project. Those that worked on the Manhattan Project were forwarding his research.
They were all like Manhattan, old Germans, right?
I think they were. You know, you had Robert Oppenheimer, you had Otto Hahn, and you got another guy. And you know, they had a bunch of scientists doing this thing. But this is what it's talking about. This is the Smith. Robert Abraham Esau propelled this technology, all right, as we see it. You can look him up. I created this Smith that blew up the coals in the fire. He was a so-called white man from Germany, or Prussia, Germany. Go ahead.
None. Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
That bringeth forth an instrument for his work. An instrument for his work. That's the missile. Go ahead.
An instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
And I've created the waster to destroy. And this is a waster right here, because this is what it's going to do. It's going to waste the cities of Babylon the Great. It's going to waste the cities of certain places in Britain. It's going to waste the cities in France, Australia. Wherever they hit, they're going to be wasters. And Robert Abraham Esau was a fundamental figurehead in this. The Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahshua put the spirit in that Edomite to understand, or to research the uranium, all right, element, to create this type of technology right here. So now you understand what the scriptures mean by I created the smith that blew up the coals in the fire. This is dealing with the modern day scientists, man. And they have what? They refine their knowledge. They refine their knowledge in the nuclear missiles. There used to be the fucking atom bomb. Now it's the nuclear bomb. They had the Tsar Bomba. They had all these different other kinds of massive destructive bombs that they've tested, and they were like, they come to the conclusion that this will wipe out most of humanity if these things actually are detonated. And that's what the Most High, that's what the Lord is talking about in the scriptures, man. So this destruction, man, this destruction is going to be great.
Yeah.
Okay? You got it out.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise.
Because that's how it used to be in the ancient world. The ancient world, you got like movies that show you this, like Braveheart. You got movies that show you, you know, the ancient hand-to-hand combat, the different spears, the axes, you know, the different, weapons that you would use. And what they would do was they would be on horseback. You have these two opposing armies on horseback charging at one another, and they will be fighting. This is the way the ancient battles used to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like that now. All right. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise. This is not going to be one of those ancient world battles that you had in the ancient world. It's going to be a battle that's going to be fought with drones and nuclear missiles and different, you know, guns, and rockets and bombs, you know, and all of that stuff. Okay? Go ahead.
For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood.
Yep.
But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
But this war is going to be with what? Burning and fuel of fire. Okay? And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Thermonuclear missiles. Nuclear fire.
Yo, remember that guy that was like, you want to say something?
Yeah, real quick. You know what's heavy about that verse, bro? Is the next verse. Where it says, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given.
Because who's going to deliver us?
Yo, that's so
Who's going to deliver the elect from these things happening? This type of destruction coming. You got it, bro.
Isaiah 66:15.
Got it.
The same son, right? The government shall be in the shoulder. Meaning what? He's going to dethrone all these kings pursuant to the book of Daniel. It says the King of Kings, and then he shall have the crowns, or the Most High said the ancient days, and the throne will cast down, but that dominion is going to be given to Yahweh Shai, man.
Right, 7:18.
You know what I'm saying? 7:18. So, you know, right after it talks about the ICBM, right after it talk about the ICBM, this was that? The saints shall take the kingdom in 7:18?
7:18.
Which that's that line right up too. But as Yahweh Shai is bringing this destruction, man, you know, it says here, for unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given. The government shall be on the shoulder. And he shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Because he's bringing peace to Israel.
That's right.
And this is how it got to happen, bro. That's how peace is going to be initiated on this planet Earth. All right, by World War III. All right, when these nations start shooting bombs on each other, man. You know, so that's beautiful right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was it.
I was going to say, remember that guy that was talking about, I hate to say it, but those guys in the streets was always right?
Oh, yeah, that doomsday prepper guy.
Yeah, but you know what he forgot? You always talk about World War III.
Yeah, you forgot the main thing.
And this is definitely going to happen.
Because if we write about the, whatever he was talking about, Jacob's trouble, how much more the latter end of prophecy? You know? Yeah, brothers, whoever's reading.
Yeah, brother. Come on.
God. For unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Good, that's right.
Right, brother.
What you got, Aaron?
I got something real quick. This is Isaiah 54. You guys read that? Isaiah
54:17, yeah, I believe so.
Okay, I'm bringing it up again. This is Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
That's the spirit, though.
Yeah.
Bring it out again.
Bring it out again.
All right, bring it out again. No, it's not, brother. It's the spirit. The Lord said he had created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. All right. The fulfilling of this prophecy came through an Edomite by the name of Robert Abraham Esau, man. Robert Abraham Esau. Okay? How poetic is that?
It's a hell of a name.
How poetic is that, bro? a man with the last name Esau
Yeah, that's Dave.
founded the very technology of thermonuclear missiles.
And who says the Lord didn't have a sense of humor?
Come on.
Hey, bro, because if I may say about the
Nah, you gotta-
That's
it's
spiritual.
basically
It is very-
it's basically like a king preparing for war, and how the Lord paint the scriptures. Because the Lord said He created a smith that blows the coals in the fire. You have a king, he goes to a smith. He says, "Look, I want you to build this sword for me in preparation for the day that I have to go to war."
Right.
The smith said, "Okay." Takes a blueprint from the king, builds, the sword, and then the king comes back, collects the sword, he puts it inside of a sheath, his armory, Jeremiah 50 verse 25.
I mean,
Now, that's good.
Yeah.
So now he goes. So now he goes on the battlefield with his horses and his armies and missiles that are likened unto horsemen, and then he pulls out his sword out of his sheath. That's why it is drawn, glittering sword coming out of his ball. Because when the sun beams down on a sword, it glitters. You see it like a sparkling light, and then he charges to the city or whatever army, the other opposing army. So it's literally like like an invasion. So
hey, that word for glittering sword also means is the Hebrew barak, which means lightning as well. And it made me think of the scripture in Luke that I've seen Satan like lightning fall from heaven. And how that was gonna happen, by the way, the ICBM mission. Because remember when the nukes go off, it gives off that brightness, man. The glittering sword, the metal from the weapon and everything, the warheads, and then the final detonation is the last bang.
Yeah, that flash.
Yup, that flash bang. So yeah, I got that precept real fast. You quoted it. This is Jeremiah 50 and 25.
Got you.
Yeah, Jeremiah 50 and 51, boy, I'll tell you.
yeah.
It says, the Lord had opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapon of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Yep. And what was the armory? The armory is referring to the nuclear silos. Can you look up the word armory for me? Conventional dictionary about the shots.
Yup.
Because the scripture says that the Lord, He's gonna take out His sword, which are those ICBM nuclear missiles, out of His armory, out of those nuclear silos, to put them to use to destroy America, Babylon the Great. You could just look it up on Google. Just armory, A-R-M-O-R-Y.
It says, come against her from the uttermost border, open her storehouse, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left.
That's what nothing of
Nothing
America,
matters.
Babylon the Great is going to be left after the Lord takes those.
About the Babylonian, ancient Babylonian Empire.
Right.
Because it's still there.
Right.
The whole region is still there right now. That region is going to continue to be hit, even when all hell breaks loose and the missiles are shot.
That's right. So you got
Right. The definition of armory, it says a storage place for weapons
Go ahead.
and other war equipment.
See, so a storage place for weapons and other war equipment. Ultimately, that armory are those nuclear silos. That's why the Lord says it's going to come out of what? Read that.
It said this is Job 20 and 22.
Sister point.
Okay, this is Job 20 and 25. It is drawn and cometh out of the body.
See, it is drawn and coming out of the body, out of the armory. Go ahead.
Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall.
Glittering sword coming out of his gall. So the Lord is getting ready for war. The Lord is going to lead his army to war. Like it says in Ezekiel 38, to a land of unwalled villages. And they're going to hop over the mountains, They're going to pretty much besiege America, Babylon the Great, and enter into the gates, into the houses, meaning that those missiles, once they detonate, fire is going to pretty much, consume everything. Consume everything, literally. Go ahead.
It says terrors are upon him.
Terrors are upon him. That's what's going to happen to when people see them nukes coming over here, right when they're about to detonate, because they're going to make a sound. When they see it, they're going to be terribly afraid. Because at that time, they're going to know. That's it. It's over. The Lord willing, we're going to be in the chariots looking down at that destruction, man.
We want to
Not
fulfill
one.
Isaiah 26 and the last verse.
That's it, man.
Revelation 15.
Revelation 15, all of them good scriptures.
Do not want to be here when them nukes detonate, because the scripture says elements melt with fervent
It
heat.
said melt, brother.
Melt.
Melt.
They didn't say burn, it said melt,
Melt.
bro.
The Lord said, I will leave you there. That's concerning two-thirds. He said, I will leave you there and melt you. So go figure.
You're going to feel that.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to feel it, bro.
Drink ain't just going to disappear like, whoop, and that's it.
Yeah, that's what they did.
All right. Lord got the scripture say, fear him that can kill the body and soul. So the Lord will have your body trapped, your soul trapped in that body for a period of time.
Right, bro. That's right.
You know, for a period of time. Who knows how long? We don't want to find out.
That's right, bro. The Lord is the Father of spirits, man. You understand that?
Dang. That's terrible,
Read
bro.
it real quick. Right. This is Joel 3 and 19. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. Right? Egypt, what? Egypt, that represents America. So the Most High, through those ICBM missiles, is gonna leave it desolate. Like when you go into the word desolate or desolation, it means empty. Right? Well, going into the spirit, how in Peter's it says the elements shall melt with fervent heat. There's not going to be anything left here in America, man. You're not going to be able to see the border of America and Canada, America and Mexico. You're not going to see where Cali was and where Nevada started. You ain't going to see none of that, man. America's just going to be a big giant desert, man.
Which one of y'all's Jesus?
See? You see that? So it says.
See the other group?
Alright.
Jesus one of them?
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, it
Now,
says.
we're your lords. We're your gods, right? You're talking to God, right? We're your God. That's what you're talking to.
Well, I'm not
Yeah, you're talking to. We're your lords. That's what we are to you. Right.
That's it.
Yeah, we're your lords.
Go ahead, bro.
Guess I'll learn another day.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
All right.
It says, and Edom shall be a desolation.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk shit, bro.
It says, and Edom shall be a desolation. I'm sorry. And Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. And it gives you a reason for what? It says, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. So this is the reason why the Most High is going to totally obliterate the kingdom of Esau, totally obliterate the land of Egypt because of the violence done to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You see that? It says, but Judah shall dwell forever in Jerusalem from generation to generation. So points made, but that the Most High didn't do away or reject the nation of Israel. And if he rejected anybody, he rejected the nation of Edom, because he's going to totally exterminate. He's going to totally exterminate their whole land, man.
That's right, bro.
So if anybody got rejected, it was Edom, man.
That's right.
You see? Where we at?
Okay, hold on. Real quick. This is Job 20 and 26. That says, all darkness shall be hid in the secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
It says a fire not blown, right? That's speaking about those missiles, man. Because normally a fire needs oxygen to expand or get bigger, right? Oh, look at that.
It needs heat, fuel, and mountain.
Bring it out.
Go ahead, bro. So usually a fire requires heat, fuel, and oxygen to ignite. But a fire not blown, is going to consume the kingdom of the wicked. Through what? Fission and fusion.
This is the chemical reaction.
Chemical reaction.
That is
A
put
fire not
together.
blown.
Fusion and fission.
You got it,
Bro,
bro. You got it. Sit down. Yeah, bro. Hey, read that part again.
Yeah. This is Job 20 and 26.
Yeah.
All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him.
Right, because normally a fire, when you have like a fire pit, you use what's called a bellow.
Bellow, sorry.
And what? It's like it blows more. It blows oxygen into the fire to allow it to grow. But guess what? This fire doesn't need any type of bellow. It's not like the missile shoots down and it has a bellow that's connected to it.
Right.
So no, it doesn't have that. Right. It said so. This fire is going to be caused, like the brother's going into, by a chemical reaction, man. That was by the science of the most, which essentially is the science of the Most High. How he created a technology, he created a form of fire that can be so big. The fuel of it is not going to be oxygen, or it's not going to be it's going to be by way of chemical.
Right, heavenly fire or something.
Yeah, man.
Another level. Man.
Yeah.
That's heavenly fire right there.
There it is, bro.
Right? You know?
It says, it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Right. It should be ill with him that should be left in their tabernacle, or who is here in America. Basically, the ones that are going to be left in their tabernacle are the ones that are not going to be delivered from by way of chariots, man. Right? Basically, the ones not delivered, the ones that are left here, they're gonna the ones that are left in their tabernacle. They're the ones that are going to become that stubble, the thing that fuels the fire. You see?
Just like that movie with Nicolas Cage.
Which one?
Knowing.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched it again. And remember that they was like, oh, well, just taking the elect, the male and the female. Y'all gotta, what I'm saying, burn.
So you didn't know the truth, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
How you make that up?
How you make that up?
Y'all gotta.
I got Jeremiah for you, bro.
Nah.
What was that you reading, bro?
I was just reading.
Zechariah?
I was reading. Job.
Oh.
No. I was reading Job 20 and 26.
I got real quick, bro. Jeremiah 51 and 1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind. And I will send unto Babylon fanners, that they shall fan her. And shall, this is Jeremiah 51, and empty her land. For in the day of trouble, they shall be against her round about.
Yeah, and that's talking about these armies, man. Starting with Russia. That destroying wind is talking about the intercontinental ballistic missiles. And all these countries. You see what's going on over here with NATO now, man? No, none of them. Everybody's about to turn their back on America, man, because America's doing some fucked up shit.
Which they always been doing.
Which they've always been doing, and the Lord's about to put that evil thought, man. And Russia said, because they try to say, oh, would Russia be part of? They asked Russia if they want to be part of NATO. Russia said, hell no, man. Hell you niggas talking about, man?
Yeah.
All right.
Satan be the
right.
Satan divided against Satan.
Don't be surprised, Slaki. Don't be surprised if France start doing bets with Russia now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because the prophecy says that they shall hate the whore. They shall hate the whore and burn her with fire. Okay?
They that were at peace with thee and that ye and thy bread are against thee
and laid a wound.
They laid a wound under thee.
Yeah. And that's what's happening, man. See all that deal that it's called the AUKUS or something like that. Basically, you got Australia, Britain, and somebody else that Australia, United States, and Britain that made a deal with each other behind France's back, man. Okay, because they were supposed to be giving those nuclear tanks, those nuclear submarines, all right, to France, but they gave it to Australia.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So at the end of the day, what's gonna happen, man? France is not too happy with America. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna do exactly what anybody else would do. They're gonna go to the enemy, man. All right, which is Russia.
The enemy of my enemy is
my jaw.
Hooks in my jaw.
You know what I'm saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, the enemy is my friend. All right, and they're gonna take a couple people with them, man. That's exactly what's gonna happen. World War III is about to turn hot because of Sleepy Joe, and Sleepy Joe is set up, man. All right, All you people that think your vote counts, no, nobody's vote counts. This is all a game, man. All right? Sleepy Joe is hired to destroy America, man. That's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, brother.
Yup, reading on, it says, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow.
Yeah, and let them that bend it, but who's going to bend? Talking about push that button, man. They're going to bend that bow. Just like the elder said, the Lord is going to put, first of all, what's happening is that hook in that jaw, okay, which is talking about Russia. They'll come back around and what? And pelt it on America, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, against him that bendeth the bow, let the archer bend his bow. And against him that lifteth himself in the brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host.
Yeah, because everybody's putting their missiles, okay, the nuclear missiles to America, man. Believe it or not. All these missiles are being pointed to America. Why? Because America's the one that's bringing out this country, man. Then we got to talk about this digital currency is going to happen. They're not going to get along, man. Because everybody wants to do their own thing at the end of the day. Because you know what? They see that power. They see that power seat open for grabs.
Yeah, opening.
There's an open for that power seat. So now, the plan was before, oh yeah, we all get along and stay along. But yeah, new order. But now that power seat open, people start thinking, like, you know, y'all kind of weak now, man. More like, yo, fuck you fucking Americans, man. Y'all owe us money anyway. To hell with you niggas, man. All right? Fuck your plans, because guess what? We don't need your money. Okay? We got the one and we got that black gold, man. How about that? Good, brother.
Things ain't gonna go according to plan.
Yep. And that's why the Lord says what? He's gonna get you in your own craftiness, man. Good, brother.
Yep. Reading on, it says, Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans.
Yeah, the land of the Chaldeans. Let's talk about America. We go to the Isaiah 34th chapter for that, man. Okay, this is going to be the altar of sacrifice, as Apostle Tahar says, man. America is going to be that altar of sacrifice. And 2/3 of our people, you Edomites, are going to melt, man. If you don't come back to, well, the elect of you so-called Black Americans, if you don't come back to the Lord, all right, you're going to melt. Only the elect is going to be saved. That's what we're seeking for. That's what we're seeking to do. We're seeking to sift out the elect. Lord willing, we be of that number. Okay, we're not here to save all of Israel. Let's go against the book, man. The Lord wants to make a great sacrifice in Basra, man, including 2/3 of his people. Okay, this doesn't the scripture says that 2/3 of the people shall be cut off in the land?
Yep.
Zechariah 13:8. What land is that? The land of America, man. That's going to be that great sacrifice. Good, brother.
Yup. Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. That's it?
And they that are, so with that, I like to give,
finish.
Okay, they that are thrust through the streets. And what's going to be thrusting through people in the streets? Them intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Hey, a couple, you know, remember last year they had the brother from, the elder from Hawaii, all right? When they heard about that nuclear missile, everybody's going to the sewers, man. But you ain't gonna have no, remember that joint?
I remember that.
Yeah, he had like,
I caught that live.
bro, he had like a couple views. Like a million,
Bro, couple, bro. He had thousands.
like thousands of views. Yeah,
like
smack.
20, 30,000.
Like 30,000 views,
I
man.
I caught the live stream.
So you people better get ready for judgment, man. Yep. So that, like, you guys, you brothers ready? So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakwadas, and a Bible Ball.
Ball.
Yeah, look.
Kwame Ashala.